And there you go. There's our star for the evening. He is coming in. It looks like he is arriving with his crew in tow. Fantastic, fantastic. Good fun, good fun. Well, since we're already here, we're getting this going. Yes, welcome in, Raid. It is Warfather night. That's right. And today's Talk Tuesday, as if you can already tell, is being our special guest tonight is Warfather, who's currently sitting in Discord call, waiting for me to turn it over. I want to give him just a few moments while we do a little bit of introductions for this guy, but the Minecraft music. But I am certain most of you already know who this fantastic streamer is, because a lot of you came in on top of the raid. So if you don't know, well, now is going to be your chance to figure out what is this. This is our Talk Tuesday, and on Talk Tuesdays, we sit down with a fantastic and amazing streamer, and we get to ask them questions. If it's your first time here, there are some. There is a little timer that will kick up and will remind everybody of the rules and how we go about asking questions. For a couple of easy little channel points that are down there, so you just stick around and watch long enough, you will be able to ask our special guest any question you want within reason. Let's not get too crazy or anything, but you will be able to ask them whatever you want. So this is your chance, your opportunity to get to know the inner workings of the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only. He's your father and mine. That's right. It is your father. Let's see. Well, we'll go ahead and turn on to Discord. We'll say hi and see if he's back at his desk. Or
low.
Coming in on the raid off your own stream. That's crazy. But hey,
planned it all out. It's a good time. We were having a lot of fun. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun here.
There we go. All right. And we got the screen up. We are live. I got all of your social links up and everything. It looks good.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And then last bit of business. I want to get this in here. And then Cheez It Quackers. Wow. So there, and we'll pin that message. There we go. It looks like somebody's already dove in. Right. So the message in chat right there, if you click on that, will take you into basically the puzzle game that you see right out there in front of us, with which you can start putting together the puzzle. Now, we've got ourselves a nice, easy 500-piece puzzle. We'll see how far along we get with that. It is an ore. It is an ore. Yeah, we got bodies in the chat. We got people here. They're all now.
Cool.
Yeah. If you're having troubles getting in, I think it only limits us to 10. So not everybody, but if people are just kind of sitting around AFK there too, it will just kick them out. So it's all good. The pieces will snap together when you find spots for them to go.
Dang, okay, sweet. Well, I'm excited. Thank you very much for the invite. Appreciate it. I've enjoyed previous Talk Tuesdays. I'm excited to be here.
Yes. I'm doing all of these things. I'm like, oh, did I get all of this stuff? And
you got to check all your...
Yeah. So usually on Talk Tuesdays, I've done this thing where I turn off all of my sounds because I have a plethora of sounds, right? Like tons of these things. I just kind of go nuts. And so I turn them off, but up until last week, I had turned off every sound except for like all the hand run commands. And we had a viewer come in last week who had a heyday with it. The only problem with the sounds is they're not being piped through Discord so you can hear them. Right. So if you get started answering a question or on a long talk and somebody runs these sound effects, you're basically fighting along with them.
Okay, and so I can't hear. I see. Yeah, whole thing.
So my whole thing is like, okay, if you can't hear them, then they shouldn't be active. And Yeah, so I spent my pre checklist time getting all the sounds turned off. So we get nothing but pure, unadulterated, uninterrupted Or Father. All right, so while we wait for the questions to come in, my friend, we do have our standard regiment around here. And that is we start out with a couple of fairly innocuous, pretty commonplace things, you know. Where does the name Or Father come from?
Well, it took me eons to come up with that. I studied, fable and fiction. I learned the true nature of the earth and played a lot of Minecraft. And I originally went by the name Iron Flame, which is pretty fun, and that's still most of my emails actually. But I won't say any more there, so you don't start sending me spam. Originally went by Iron Flame, and I was like, I need the Iron Flame I got from the good old Wizard 101 days, if you can believe it. And
I remember those days. I remember when that game came out.
Dang, there you go. It was all the rage for a while, and it had a little name generator where you could change basically a bunch of different nouns, iron and flame. I was like, oh, that's freaking sick. Let's do that. So I grabbed that, used that for a while, was going to get my own Minecraft account. And it was for my birthday, Christmas, something like that. And I was so excited. I was like, okay, we got to no more family shared account. This is mine. What should we name it? What should I be called to the world? And I actually spent 3 days trying to think of something. And I remember I was having dinner at my cousin's. I was like, wait a second. I have an idea. What if we took the the Norse mythology All-Father, as in Odin's name, he is the All-Father, the father of all, and we combine it with Minecraft's Or, we get the Or Father, which is how that came to be. I am not a father. I couldn't be a father anytime soon if I wanted to. And I didn't seem to really think that bit through when I put it together. I sounded sick. And now on Twitch, everyone's like, oh, so are you a father? You a dad? I was like, actually, no, not even close. Not even if I wanted to be. So that's how that came to be. It's a good time. Oh man! So there's Orpha, and now problem is now I've done it. I've kept it for so long. And
you kept the name long enough. Now you're kind of almost stuck with it.
I considered, I don't know, maybe a year ago, I really considered maybe I should rebrand, rechange. Now is the time. What should I do? And I thought I had dozens of different versions and all this stuff and all these ideas, and I was like, oh, this. I was like, man. It's just, at the end of the day, if it's going to be an online username for something like Twitch, it's just got to be memorable. And I was like, Or Father's pretty hard to forget. It's kind of weird. Let's just stick with that. And then someday, maybe Or Father will be a father, but we'll worry about that later. For now on, seems like it works fine. So. And she's right there in chat. My personality online is certainly a rather friendly, cheerful guy, and it comes down to I'll just be everyone's father. I'll give you a compliment, say I'm proud of you, and you did good, kid. You did good, and we'll just lean into it. What the heck,
Well, sometimes that's all it takes. Though is you need a good starting point.
Yeah.
Welcome in, Captain Cabinets. You were just here and just in time to get started with our special interview session. But yeah, well, and that's all the thing at the end of the day, right? Is you want to make certain that you're having fun,
right? Yeah.
Twitch is all about meeting people, having a good time, and becoming something bigger than what you started out as.
Yeah, I've met so many actual friends. I didn't think that was, that's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna mess around and stream for a while, and then it will never be anything, or I'll get crazy famous in 6 weeks. And instead, I have like done neither. Well, I've done neither of those yet. Stand by, like and subscribe. You know what's up. But I've also made like some actual friends. I was like, what the heck? How did that wasn't supposed to happen? These are just strangers on the internet. But this guy's really freaking cool. Hey, we should meet up. And hey, let's
Right?
chat and text. And this is oh wow. There's like you guys are humans too. That's crazy. I'm human. We have so much in common.
Right. Exactly. Wow. Imagine for a moment.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
it's
dared
fun.
imagine for a moment, and here we are. So a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
But it's good, right? Now I know we've talked some offline, and we're gonna touch a little bit on some of your offline personality, because I honestly I think it really plays some relevance here, right?
All right. All
Um,
right. Yeah.
into exactly what the Orfather brand is. And this helps because this is going to actually lead into our normal big secondary topic question. If I remember some of our earlier conversations, you did some sports announcements, right?
Yes, I did.
Yes. Okay. I'm
Specifically, I
like,
did.
did I forget that? No, I didn't think I forgot that.
Yeah. It was a while ago, but I did some competitive Valorant esports shoutcasting,
Now,
which
did you
is
really
a lot.
have to shout the whole time?
Well, you know me, I'm just pretty loud, so that kind of leaned into it pretty easy. But you definitely want to bring a lot of energy there. And it was actually with my buddy in chat right now, Ripster XX. Um, I won't say names or locations or anything, but he
No,
did
no.
a yeah, of course. But he did a he competed in competitive Valorant at his college. And I was like, that's freaking
Nice.
awesome. Like, let me like have a look. And we chatted, we're friends, and I think I made a YouTube video for him because he was working on his application for that team or another one. And I was like, hey man, I can edit the video for you if you want. And I was like, sure. And he sent me some clips of him getting some headshots and kills in Val. And I was like, hey, these are tight. You know, if you want, I could do a little fake voiceover, make the clip look like it was actually in an esports tournament. He was like, that'd be hilarious. Let's do that. So I did that. And he's like, hey, that's pretty good. You know, my team they'd probably be down for some shoutcasting, like just commentator. I was like, well, let's make it happen. So we did a few just for fun, and they were a blast. And this was right when I was getting into Twitch and learning how to use all of the transitions and different scenes and pages and all that. And I
Right.
happened to be a graphic designer slash animator as a part time for funsies. And so I was like, what if I went super try hard, like really try hard, and ended up making a new Twitch account, which is super dead now. I haven't done this in a while. New Twitch account and a ton of. I built a whole brand, a logo, themed animations and transitions. You know, all this stuff, and I ran me and Ripster shoutcasted competitive college esports. We had several different colleges in the U.S. and they just invite us into their game as an observer. And so I'd sit with my eyes glued to my screen, one hand on my keyboard, the other hand on my stream deck, hitting transitions to jump between the scenes I made and through all of the different and through all of the viewpoints of the players. So I could there's a there's a player over here that I got to jump between everybody to get to where their kills are, and I'm over here like transition. Oh, that was cool. Clip that slow mo replay. I had it all animated and like built this craziest thing, dude. It was freaking sick. It was a ton of fun. So
Sounds
I
like a
did do
ton of
that for a
work
while.
too.
It was so much work. Oh my gosh. I spent like 3 days just building assets and animating this whole thing together. And then when the time came, it's a good thing I had my buddy Ripster there. So I was so focused on doing all these like scene changes and transitions that I forgot to say anything. I was like, a nice kill. Click, 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 click. And I was like, this is not coming across very good. So
By
it
the way,
was a
Ripster, if
ton
you're
of fun.
trying to figure out how to get into this puzzle, there's a pinned comment up at the top. Just click on the link and it will drop you straight into here. I'm assuming that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, it turns out, yeah, the link at the top. Then you can move the pieces around. It's
Yep.
great.
You can
Anyway,
you can
yeah. So there's
even change the name of your hand so that people can see whose hand is where, so you don't have to even be anonymous.
who's
Mhm.
doing all the work.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, it's a good time. So anyway, yeah, I did do that for a while. I thought it was a lot of fun, and it tied in a lot to what I do in real life for work. Is I work at a news station, like broadcast TV. We do the
Right.
news, and we have a lifestyle show, and it's just awful. So I work there, and a lot of what we do is transitions and wipes and all this stuff, and I know how to make those for news and how to do all that. And I was like, I'll just build that, but for Twitch, and it was freaking tight. And if I'd kept with it, and if it had still been any sort of, the problem is the like time, like you mentioned, so much time, and I couldn't keep doing that and work a job, and I was moving at the time, and so I stopped, and I just don't have any contacts back in these college games anymore. But high key, it was so professional. It was so professional. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Sounds like you had a regular good time at that, which is
It was great.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's all you
So-
can ask for, right? It's like, it was a
Exactly.
blast.
So take me through this, right? How did you ultimately go? Did you just like on a whim just decide, okay, I'm just going to start twitching then, or did you? Because you were talking about you were like, I could do this for that. So what was the impetus? What was the start of your? I'm going to start twitching.
Start doing just streaming in general.
Yep.
Let me think. Well, I think it's just I've spent a decent amount of time online, like on Minecraft and on YouTube and things like that. And a lot of the YouTubers I watched when I was growing up went into streaming. I started learning what streaming was, and I didn't like it because I don't like, I'm gonna be honest, guys, don't hate me, but I don't like watching Twitch streamers. And it's probably because I just haven't found someone that I really like. Man, this guy's hilarious or whatever. But end of the day, I like to be the guy playing the game and like doing the thing. And so I didn't really like watching Twitch streamers. But then I saw like how much money they made, and then how big their communities were. And then I watched some like, whoa, because the money was like, oh, that's awesome. Let me see if this is a thing I could get rich at. And I started watching stuff, and I was like, wow, they're not just there's money, yeah, but a lot of these guys just have a ton of people, and they're hanging out, and they're having so much fun. Wow, that looks like a lot of fun to have chat, like a bunch of people talking to you, and they built stuff where they could mess with you and mess with their games. I was like,
Yep.
whoa, well, forget the money. This looks like a ton of fun. Like, I almost exclusively play multiplayer games. I cannot stand anything single player that's longer than 20 hours. End of story, like flat out. I respect them, respect the heck out of them. Never gonna play them. I just gotta accept that about myself. There are lots of great games, so many great games. If it's not multiplayer, I can't stand it because I love playing with people, even strangers and randoms and just anybody. That's what I love. And I was like, whoa, Twitch is like I could play games and have a ton of people play with me because I was going to do multiplayer stuff. And then
Right.
I was like, well, maybe we give it a shot. And so I played a lot of Minecraft, and I went live. This was maybe like, I don't know, 10 years, not 10, maybe like 8 years ago or something like that. I started when I was in high school, like mid high school. I went live a couple times just to like see if I could, and that ended up doing nothing. Nobody ever joined. I don't even remember what I was doing about it. That's when I went live a few times. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I finished high school and got a job and moved around and lived life for a little bit. And I was like, man, that was a good time. And then my good buddy TJC the man, what a legend, hits me up, and he's like, hey, I got this new modded Minecraft thing. I've made a little server for us to play on. Do you wanna jump on and play? I was like, yeah, sure. I haven't played on Modpack for a while, so we're playing some modded Minecraft, some Valhalla 3. And he was like, hey, yo, you know what we should do? And I was like, what? He's like, we should totally stream this. I was like, ha, that's so dumb. Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's 100% do it. And so we re-downloaded OBS, and we plugged everything in, and we're like, all right, let's see what's going on. And we hit stream, and nobody showed up. And I was like, all right, that was fine. whatever. What a fun little. Oh, I'm live. Oh, just like on the internet. And then we waited.
What?
We did it a couple more times, and then like on the third one or so, somebody showed up. Ooh, it was crazy. I forget. I think it was one of the like. It was either a game Apocalypse or Materia or Moose Modder. I don't remember who. I don't think it was you, but you were certainly there from the beginning.
Who, me?
I'm not 100%.
I didn't show up until you and TJ were doing it was an expert. Enigmatica. Enigmatica 2, I think, or Enigmatic 6
Yeah.
expert. You guys were doing an expert, and I walked in on the scene and convinced TJ to put lava buckets over top of the portal that you came back through. And you popped back through.
Beautiful
Hi, Squirrel. Welcome in. Yes, we have an Warfather on the scene right now. But yeah, that was. I'm like, because you were running around, you were in some dark dimension area, whatnot. Oh, by the way, Swift, if you're interested in joining in the puzzle game, the pinned comment up at the top, click on it. It'll drop you right on in. You're welcome to dive right in and do some puzzling with everybody. Yeah, that was. Oh God, I laughed.
That was funny.
It was. Oh, and Ripster, thank you for the follow. Before I forget.
Appreciate it, Ripster.
Oh, that was such a good time because yes, I remember I'm frantically was just blistering instructions to him. I'm like, you've got to do this, you got to do this. He's currently not occupied. I was over in his stream at that point. And you were running from something that was trying to eat you. You were like, and I'm so lost.
It's about how it goes.
And when you popped back through, you got lit on fire and then died due to the lava. And you were like, what the hell?
Yes. Oh, man, that was funny. And TJ was such a good down for that. Oh, man.
TJ was dying of laughter over that one. I was dying of laughter over that one. I was like, that's great. Like, I want to stick around and hang out and follow you guys. And I think that's what I kept coming back for more. And yes, Matson 2821 is officially our 500th follower to the channel. I need to record that
Let's
name.
go. Matson's a G. That guy's cool. That guy. I play games offline with him, and he's a ton of fun. What a G. There we go. Yeah, you meet some. It's surprising that you meet like interesting people, and that was never an aspect I considered until we had people show up in our stream, and I was like, "Whoa, what's going on? Wait a second." People started talking. I think it was Apocalypse and you and Moose Modder and a few people just. I think y'all were just trolling through Twitch, looking through the modded tag or something, and we showed up.
I was.
And we, there you go. Right. I feel like that's low-key the Twitch analytics thing. A lot of people are scrolling through the Minecraft page with the tag modded, and then everyone joined. It was like, yeah, exactly. There's Materia says, yep, that's what happened. That's what happened. Mm-hmm. And it was really, really cool. It's like Materia joined. And Apocalypse joined, and you joined, and they would like talk to us. We're like, "Yo, I kid you not, bro! The adrenaline rush, just the hype, from like somebody is talking to me." And I'm pretty outspoken guy, and TJ's good as well. And we were like, as soon as we saw that, we responded.
I love TJ to death. Good friend. I enjoy hanging out with him and everything else. Those first couple of days when I started in there hanging, he was as quiet as a mouse. You couldn't, you had to like ping him repeatedly before he would finally get over and actually realize that his chat was moving in, and then he would talk.
So funny. Oh man. Him and I are like, we're friends, but we're really different. And he'll like shut up and play the game. And I'm like, I'm bored. Let's go mine some wood and see if there's someone to talk to. And he's like, we have been here for 6 hours. you have 2 pieces of wood and died 6 times, and I have built an industrial revolution. And I'm like, you know what? What different strengths? Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Exactly.
Right? Nah, it's not a
Oh,
big
man.
deal. We got it. But it's I've always really been kind of curious how, like, did you two just kind of grow up next to each other, or it was just you met during school one day and just like, yes, you know what? That's it. This is we're going to be we're cool like
We
that.
had a common friend, and so my friend in high school that I knew, he was a cool guy, and I really liked this guy. And then he would always chat about another friend of his, and then we all got, and then Discord happened, and so we all got on Discord together and chatted. And I never met TJ for like the first, I don't know, like 3 years or something that I knew him. In fact, I hated him for a while, and I've told him this. I thought he was the worst, because I was really because when I type things on Discord, which is the only way either of us communicated to each other, I went and did like full sentences, capitalization. I'm very like punctual and accurate, and he does not do any of that, and that's fine. But I thought I was an idiot. I was like, this guy is so rude. He just says thanks. What do you mean thanks? Say thank you very much. What? Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know. Both my parents are writers, and so I know how to type and how to spell. And he would just chat, and I was like, this guy is so rude. He doesn't respond to me. He says the dumbest things. Ugh. And I was like, I hate this freaking guy. And then I like met him in real life. I was like, wow, you're a homie. I just don't know how communication online works because I have 3 friends and you're one of them. It was so dumb. I was like, oh, I need to change here. I am the problem. You're actually a great person. We have a lot of similar interests. But so that's how that happens. I eventually did meet him, and then we hung out, and we actually roomed together at college for a little bit because we ended up going to the same college, mostly because one of us was there, and we're like, well, I'm just go to one you're at. Okay, I'll just go to one you're at. Let's both apply this one. So we just went to the same college. We were roommates for a while. Once we started streaming and people started showing up, we were like, oh shoot, okay, this is what we do now. This is our hobby. Like, and so we started making more servers and trying to get servers running, and there was quite a bit of nonsense with that, and that Minecraft Java servers are not
always no, they're not super stable. But there's been a lot of nonsense around your guys' server to begin with. Your very first SMP that you guys put out was at Valhelsia 3. Which that, not toot my own horn, but I believe I was there on that server with you. I think
were
that was
instrumental, and
I think that was the first time that we ever actually like collaborated. At that point, we kind of just chat in each other's discords and in the streams, but I think that was actually our first bit of actual interaction was in that SMP.
Yeah, that's when I was like, oh, let's talk more and figure out who you are. And that's when I think you were building up. You had done some digital engineering stuff, but it was like starting to build pretty quick. I'm not 100% sure where it's at, but it certainly feels like it has grown massively since then. Oh my gosh.
We've done a little bit of growing. Yeah.
Growth, you could say. Yeah, that was when like the network of streamers that is coming together. See the list of guests for Talk Tuesday if you want to, an exact people. But like that's when that was like starting to come together.
Yes.
And yeah, you jumped on and you played, and that was our best SMP we've had thus far, to be honest, because you were a ton of fun. Had a whole faction. We had the Blue Isles versus Monkey Island, which was like an organized group of individuals versus the chaotic nonsense of the Twitch chat and me. We all just trolled each other the whole time. I still remember somebody wrote Boar Father in giant letters on the island, and I thought it was so funny. I just left it.
That was me. I did that.
Okay. You know what? 40% of those were you. Someone did have a nuke. You built all the ducks, I think.
Yes, the Swedish ducks. the Swedish ducks,
It was so
and we irradiated some monkeys and threatened you with, what was that? Irradiated nuclear super monkeys or something.
yeah.
Man
Just
eating super monkeys. I don't know. It was just
oh man.
it was just
It was great. That was so much fun. That server really like solidified streaming as okay. I really like this. There were people
right.
talking. Everyone's channels were growing. The server was growing. It was so much fun. It was really cool. It was also the start of a lot of problems that I had, which is why I very much stopped streaming, especially the last year or whatever. I've hardly streamed at all, but last year, maybe the last like 8 months, we'll do something like that. But
Yeah, something like
ish,
that.
maybe 5. Some
Ish.
anyway, yeah, started a lot of problems certainly, but it was also like, whoa, this is a blast. This is like I built the Discord. TJ and I started talking. We started making friends and playing other games and being like, yo, this is like a thing. This is like part of my life now. This is fascinating.
kind of interesting how it kind of envelops and draws you in, right? Like, I wasn't really planning on that, but here we are. It's evolved into a bigger thing.
Yeah, so much so. It's
Such
really
a good time. Such a good time.
It's really cool. It's so cool going live and being like, yo, there's Matson, there's Materia, there's Swift, there's Cheez It, there's, this, that, and the other. We have a guy named Toilets. We have a guy named Moose. It's great. It's so much fun. Oh my
You
god.
always like your okay. Your followers have a very interesting set of names, and like it's that their names are the same names that they use. It's my Minecraft name, and so I'm going to use it here on Twitch. And they come in, and so you get like Moose Modder and Toilet Spaz and just like
you name it. We have cheese. We do have Cheez It. greatest. Half everybody, I have to ask them, how do you pronounce your name? So I was like, I don't. That just seems to be a series of letters today. And like materia took me a bit. I was like, materia, Materia, and screw. I was like, I did not watch whatever this is, but I got it.
So, of the names that you can think of, what are some of the more bizarre names that you have seen that were like really a struggle, and you're like, okay, they had to tell me how to say it because there was no way you would ever have considered that as the way you pronounce that name. And then what are some of your favorite ones that you've seen? Not necessarily the person behind the names, right? Just reading names. You're like, oh my God, that's such a great name. I love that name.
Yes. Let's see. Let me think. Some of them, it's hard now because I look at it, I'm like, oh, I know exactly how to say that. Of course, that's how you say that. Matson was one of them. Because I just kept blending the words together. It's Matt Sin, or at the very least, he hasn't corrected me yet. And so I was like, oh, it's Matt's in, like where's the break? Because that's not a word. Is it Mateson? Is it M-A-T? Do I just call you? A lot of people have numbers. I'm just like, do you want to just go by like 282? Are you just 1712? And I was like, I don't get it. So some of them are fine. There was someone named Wootyke. I'm still not. See, there you go. See, Matson says it right. And I'm 90% sure Matson actually had to like tell me that because I was like, listen, dude, I'm just gonna start doing different variations until you tell me which one. Wootyke was a weird one. I was like, Woolike. How do I? Sometimes I just pick the last half of their name. And I'm like, all right, you're just called Skull because the first half is nonsense, or the last half is letters. So it's just Tay, and you're Skull, and you're Sab. And I realize there's more to your name. I am not freaking figuring that out. Good luck. And now though, it just rolls off. I was like, yeah, Matsu, what's up? Oh, Cheez It. Oh, Materia. Oh, Galaxy. What's going on? Heavenly, how you doing? Some of them are pretty straightforward, but now it just rolls off the tongue. Jamming, of course. How you doing? Anyway, just super easy. Some of my favorites. Let's see. There's the artist that I had do my my subscription art, the little gems and crystals.
Right.
Their name is Ghost Wren, which I think was pretty sick. Wren is like a type of bird, and
Yep.
they're a ghost wren, so they're like a ghosty bird. I was like, oh, that's kind of a vibe. I like that. I
Yeah.
like people that have either silly names or names that I can pronounce. Like I like Moose. Moose is great because he goes by Moose Mater or Moose de Goose, and I was like, that is good. It brings me great joy to say your name. That is the funniest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. And then my buddy Rocks, super easy. I know how to pronounce that, but Rocks is like such an iconic, like low key. I know that guy in real life too, and that's actually what we call him. Like my family, my friends, they don't know his name. His name's Rocks. Like duh. Well, there you go, my buddy Rocks. Like this is how I refer to him. It's great. We have a blast, and that one's so easy to pronounce. Oh, Zodicus took me a bit. I was like, what are you trying to do to me, man? Is this like cactus? Like Zotacus? Zodicus? You gotta spell that one out for me, boss. And he was like, it's Zodicus, or just Zoda, which is normally you'll hear me shorten everyone's names a lot too, because I was like,
Zoot.
I don't remember how I pronounced the last half, so I'm just doing. It's just Nori. There's probably more, but it's just Nori because that's half his name, and I know how to pronounce that. And people,
I
you
was
could
gonna
just
say-
call me Or, you know.
Well, yeah, I regularly refer to you as just Or. I don't very often, I think, call you by your full Twitch name. I don't.
Yeah. Only when I'm in trouble. Then, Or Father, what are you doing over there? Get over here. Exactly.
No, I think the one time I actually called you Or Father on stream, I was threatening you with a nuclear monkey.
That sounds about right. That's the day in the life, guys.
Well, we do have a clip of that floating around somewhere because you're like, Twitch didn't prepare me for this. You stuck your head in the wall. You're like, I don't know what to do about nuclear powered monkeys.
Send help. I don't know. This is not the term of service. They didn't cover this when I graduated.
What college class do we have to get signed up for to figure that one out, right?
That is not our YouTube channel. Run it by. Thank you, Chili. You can call me whatever you want, but Or is preferable because I am not a father. So I don't want to take that title away from everybody, but people do that. They'll be like, "Hello, father." I was like, "Hello, how are you?"
I'll be honest. The first time I read your name, I honestly expected more of a Godfather sort of vibe from you. Like that was the sort of theme that you were going for. My name is Godfather. I could have been somebody.
Come to me on the day that I stream a Minecraft and ask me to be opt. You fool! You fool! You do not get this. This is for family. Only my family is opt.
Yes, right. So that's honestly that was the first time I read your name, and I remember reading it before I even clicked into yours and TJ stream. I think I actually clicked into TJ first, and then I saw the name. I'm like, who's this Warfather? I'm like, please tell me he's like some kind of mafia style hitman something. I'm like, that's what he needs to make that name really work. Yeah. And instead you were this off the wall hyper character who screamed really well. I'll be honest, you scream really well.
Thank you. Generational technique. Yeah.
Well, I say that because that was when you started yelling in that Underdark area that you were in. I'm like, oh, we've got to kick this up another notch, and so I'm like pestering TJ. I'm like, TJ, you've got to do this. Go booby trap. Just stick a bucket of lava on top of it. He's like, I don't know. I'm like, just go do it. Go do it. Don't question. Just do.
Great. Yes.
And
we need to up the ante.
Yeah, pretty much. You came through, ran into that trap. You screamed gorgeously. It was great. It was funny. I had tears.
I'm so glad my pain brought you so much joy. If that's all I can offer to the world, then I shall offer it. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, it's I realize
honestly, it's moments like that I think that keeps people coming back on to watch streamers over and over again, right? Specific streamers, like, oh, okay, that was a hysterical moment. will he have another one? I'm going to come back and watch some more. And the more you watch, the more you kind of get invested with the individual that you're watching, and then you before long, you're a regular watcher, you're a regular viewer. Then you become like the Materia Obscuria or the Ribster or the Matson or Cheez It Quackers or.
Exactly.
Oh, hang on a second. Somebody finally discovered the first button, and that would be Chili. Chili has
Let's
redeemed our first.
go.
So there's currently a party, there's a rave, there's a music going off because usually that button's hit way much earlier, but he is 2 days first. He's the index. So after this music and celebration goes, he'll have his name up on the stream for the rest of the.
Here we go. Array value 0. Perfect. It's beautiful. Now, if you query byte 0, you get the answer. It's chili time. 20 people.
I actually had somebody ask me one time why they were the byte 0, and I'm like, really?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know computer programming, then it's like that. What is this like? Is this like some inside joke? You're like, actually, it's a very well-known joke among half the world. But if you don't know what an array is, or you don't know how computers count, then it's like that makes no freaking sense. But it's like, yeah, he's setting the value of the array, the first spot, which is 0.
Yep, that's the index.
I remember when you did that one of these, and I was watching. I was like, I like stood up and I'm like pointing at my screen. I was like, I get that. I know it. I'm alone in my room. I'm like, I get this. The joke is funny. I need to call somebody. Hold on, I'm intelligent. Get over here. Right now.
I know something. Look at that. Yes,
I get that. Oh man,
just absolutely fantastic, right? But it's those sort of things that you do to keep people coming back, and when they get the joke, then they're able to be a part of the joke. It hits so much different.
Right. I think being my part of the appeal of my streams and content in general is that I am pretty high energy, and that's I mean, I like caffeine as much as the next guy, but also I'm just high energy, especially when I have an audience. I'm like, oh dude, I go all day. I go all freaking day. Let's keep this running. I'm having a great time. So
my guy, you are so high energy. I have been meaning to ask you, do you like mainline caffeine? Is that like, do you just have an IV bag pumped into you, or
buy it in bulk? I get a wholesale discount at Monster. It's great. Great. I know suppliers by name. It's awesome. Oh yeah, they have a parking garage. They drop it off for me. My guy Steve manages inventory. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Go whole system. No, that would be hilarious. I love caffeine. It is. I did a whole bunch of research on it, high key, because I was worried. Because my mom was like, "Why are you drinking energy drinks? You have enough energy. Calm the frick down. You do not need more chemicals." I was like, "Mom, you get it. It's cool. It has textured on the cans. What do you want?" Exactly. Blue Potato Cat knows. Dude, those Monster Zeros, the cans have texture. It's so cool. Anyway. And so I did a bunch of research to make sure my heart wasn't going to explode. And it turns out how much... you got to check these things. You got to be careful, guys. Don't be doing drugs. It's a drug. I did okay, and by a bunch of research, I mean like 6 minutes scrolling through Wikipedia and whatever, and I was like, let's see if this is going to kill me. And so I had a look, and it turns out how much you're affected by caffeine is large. One, there's like how much you've had and stuff like that. But if you grab the sample, people had never had any, gave everybody 100 milligrams of caffeine, how much they're affected off of it has to do largely with genetics, just how your body processes, how quickly it shunts it out of your body and how quickly it gets used. And I was like, oh, that's fascinating. And it turns out I am very affected by caffeine. It is now guys, drink responsibly. But like, unironically, if I don't have I don't have a Monster or any, I might have like a Mountain Dew, but I just don't have a lot of sugar or caffeine for a few days, and then I have some of that good, some of that bubbly, some of that caffeine, that liquid energy. it is actually like kind of a high. Like if it is so it's I don't do drugs. I don't advocate for drugs. I don't even drink. I don't do alcohol, any of that, because I don't mess with your head, man. It's dangerous stuff. But
Right,
a
right.
monster after a few days and none of that, dude, I feel better. I'm funnier. I'm more intelligent. I'm wittier. I have more energy. I'm more cheerful. I was like, this is bad. I need to be really careful with this. This could be dangerous. Yeah, it's not a phase, Mom. 3 years later. So anyway, I've tried every flavor. I have opinions. Oh yeah, big fan. So it's a little anyway. It's freaking great. So I'm very affected, and I have just and when I'm with people, I just have a high energy personality usually too. And so I was like, well, let's just use those together on a Twitch stream. You know, you're being yourself, but you also are.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a presentation. It's a bit of a show. Let me help put on the show a bit, and I'll have some caffeine before and during the stream, and I'll just be. I have a great time. Everyone else has a great time. I'm wittier. I'm thinking of things quicker. I sometimes, as my friends and followers and viewers or however do know, it gets a little too much, and I get really scatterbrained and have no freaking idea what I was doing. I don't get anything done. These streams, I don't get anything done, dude. I just run around in circles. Like today, I streamed for like I don't know, like 2.5, 3 hours of just Minecraft. I built a bridge and that is it. And it wasn't a nice bridge. It was cobblestone and that was it. And I was like, boom, I did something today. 2.5, 3 hours, and I made a bridge of like I don't know, like 100 blocks. And that was the only thing I got done. Everyone else, they were building houses. We have a house that sells cocaine. We have animals. Somebody has magical weapons and semi-teleportation. People were using VR. People were exploring the world. And I was like, so if you put the cobblestone next to each other, you can walk on it. And that is how it goes. Anyway, yeah, cheese. I'm 90% sure it was like 3 hours. I have had my caffeine for the day, so I do not remember. Also, currently undiagnosed ADHD, so I don't have it. I'm totally normal. Y'all are just born. I am undiagnosed, and we're keeping it that way. Anyway, what were we talking about? Sorry.
Nah.
I could have made my little logo guy bouncing around the box really fast instead of this
I'm
gentle
like,
animation.
maybe I should. Is there a speed setting for OBS? I can like speed this thing up so it's running like 10 times faster or something.
Oh, seriously. Slow down.
Oh, I can.
No way you can speed it up. That's hilarious. I was like, I think I have the After Effects file saved. I'll just there we go. Okay. We're moving. That's my heartbeat right now. We're moving a little bit faster. We're cooking. I'm not dead, but we're I can see a lot. I can smell colors a little bit. We're fine.
You can see the colors on the wall. Unfortunately, that's about all the more it will let me speed it up. It's about 200%. So it's about double the speed, but
there we go. Perfect.
Yeah, it won't go any faster than that. That's a shame. That would have been hysterical if we could have just gotten it so it was like
dial it up.
Yeah, just up and down really fast. Have you ever considered getting into like stand-up comedy?
Quite a bit. Actually, if I had a nickel for every time someone recommended I get a stand-up comedy,
You'd have
I
a nickel,
would
right?
have several dozen nickels. I mean, it would be enough that it's like, wow, this. I get that all the freaking time. I get that all the time. So I've never seriously considered it, just because I want to do other things with my life, and I like being funny, and I like being enthusiastic, but I want to be known more for like the skill of what I can do, less than what appears to me at least to be a passive trait that I just have. I was like, yeah, I'm just funny. I could just pick sentences apart and put things together pretty quick. That's fine.
But
And
some would argue that that's not really a passive skill, right?
yeah, they're just
That's
like practice. And I was like, well, I've never, this is going to sound really conceited. I've never really sucked at it. So it seems pretty easy to be funny right now. And I was
well,
like, well, I
but
want to like,
people have talents, and their talents will range in strengths for being really good at something to really bad, and people who do really well successful wise usually are playing to their talents than they are trying to. And it may come
yeah,
easy, but it's
yeah.
also it still takes work, because what starts as a talent and it's easy right now, in order to take it to that next level, to become famous, to be able to make money at it, to turn it professional, you have to work at it. You've got a good
You kind
talent
of gotta
for it.
like,
You've got a solid talent for it.
oh,
But
thank you very much.
yeah, it would be one of those. I would be curious to see, how far you could take that. Yo, Brother Bird, welcome in. Welcome in.
So I'm with you. I'm with you. It is quite a challenge. It's a blessing. I'm thankful. We're thankful for that. We're thankful for Jay Jinx. Appreciate it, my guy. You're a real one. Thankful for Brotherford and Swift, but also it just hasn't. I don't know, the opportunity. That's dumb thing to say. No. I just haven't done it. It's been mentioned quite a bit that, oh my gosh, you should try this. You'd be so funny. It'd be great. You should totally do it. And I was like, I will 100% maybe look into that. And it
I
would
will
be
think
really
about it.
cool to be do the thing, or try and get big enough to have a Netflix special, or get a little show going on YouTube or some. I don't know, but
Well, I'm asking a question. I'm just curious if that's ever crossed your mind. I'm not saying you should go out there and run out and suddenly start pestering Netflix. Be like, yo, you should be totally casting me, because I am the next big thing.
You don't even know. So actually, I have quite a bit, and I have thought about it here and there, and it's just not something I want to do immediately, because one, I'm not totally sure how to. You have to write down the jokes, and currently I'm your improv guy. I work better work better in the crowd. Anyway, I'd have to poke around a little bit and see what I wanted to do, but I definitely have considered. I think it
Wow.
would be an interesting thing to expand into, because right now I'm pretty anonymous, faceless online, and when I hit
No.
when I hit some what I deem to be significant numbers on Twitch, then we'll do a face reveal, and you could see what it's all, because I'm really funny to watch too. My face is really expressive, so
Well,
it'd be a lot
okay.
of fun.
I have seen some of your YouTube videos, number one, and while we don't get to see the face behind the Orefather, we still get to see his hands and his body language and everything else, and particularly you and that drink concoction.
So- oh man, that was
That
the
was
worst.
so. That
Why
was.
did I do that?
I asked the question for. I'm like, why? What? Where did you think this was going to be a good idea?
Oh man, I thought it was so funny. I was like, man, this would be funny as heck. Yo, let's make this. And then we went to make it.
You died.
Oh,
You were
yeah,
like,
it was the nastiest. The thing cost us $30, and it was awful. It was so awful. Oh man.
I was laughing again, but I think that was the purpose of the video. But I'm like, no, nope.
Yeah.
I personally would never. There's no way. You couldn't convince me of that. That just sounds like a bad idea. It looked like a bad idea.
It was a
It
bad
looked
idea.
like a giant glass of regret is what it looked like.
Oh my god. Oh man, it was great. It was great. Yeah. So that was gross. Someone in my stream, because it says showed in the video, someone was like, "Oh, you know what you should do?" Because I really like drinks, like soda and stuff, carbonated anything. And so they're like, you should make this. And I was like, that looks awful. All right, let's do it.
Yeah, but when
And
the suggester, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the suggester was like, "Oh, this is a great drink." because
Oh yeah, yeah,
you were
yeah.
going on about that in the video, like, oh, this person suggested this as a fantastic drink. I don't know about this, but we're going to give it a try because they said it was a great drink, and I'm like, why? No, that's regrets.
Yes. Oh man, it was something else. I tell you what, that was something else. Yeah, they were like, "Yeah, this is really good." I was like, "It sounds good. I'll give it a shot." Like, what the heck? Who knows?
I'm looking at that going, there's no way, because there's no way they've even made that drink, because nobody would put something that looks like that in their body that just looked like motor oil. It was
brown. Was this spicy brown? Oh, it was the dumbest thing. Don't do that. Don't. Yeah, it was so stupid. Why did they do that? It was a lot of fun. That's why I did it. I had so much fun. I was like, "This is great. I'm having a freaking blast." Oh man.
Yeah, you were dying. Of course, was that Rocks in the video with you on that one? I don't.
Yeah. I think you could see like my arm and his foot, and that's about it. Oh no, maybe we showed him all the way. I don't remember.
No,
Anyway,
he didn't show.
yeah.
Well, I think his body showed on cam. That was about it. There was no faces, but even he was.
Anyway, yeah, that was wrong.
He was dying in that too, because I was like, oh,
Like, why are you doing this? Or
I'm like, did he actually just drink that?
oh man, it's funny. So dumb. Good times.
Oh yeah, the best of times. They were fantastic times. They were like life questioning moments.
And I was like, I'm sure it's going to be funny. All right, send it. And boy, was it! Yeah, well, I'll give you that.
Yeah, you sent it all right. That was fantastic.
So to wrap up comedy questions, I would totally get into that if once I am comfortable showing my face online. I think that could be a ton of fun, because then I'm comfortable showing my face. Let's make some noise. Let's have a good time. Oh.
Yes, morning. We are puzzling. There is a pinned comment up at the top. If you click that link, you too can be puzzling right along with us.
Oh, all this in
all the people puzzling. Yeah, after your interview, morning, we decided to see if I couldn't expand the scope of this just a little bit. So we found an online free version. Though I guess I could pay for
Everyone
it. And I thought what was interesting is you can actually pay for this. And then you can upload your own images. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to set it up so that we were doing like images of people's logos.
Oh, that would be way cool. People have like background. I mean, mine would be awful. Don't do that, because it's just half of it's white, the other half's black. So you're like, the puzzle would make no sense. But like my banners and stuff, like I have a Minecraft screenshot. Do that, Or yeah.
Well, I actually have the screenshot you did for that mod pack we built, right? So I was like, oh, I could just throw that up there. That's got Or's name plastered right across it.
Interesting. That's pretty cool, huh? That's a sweet little puzzle. Like, what a cool little. You're like, oh, by the way, we can do this in stream. I was like, that's freaking genius. Let's do that. Oh, I love it. So, all right.
It works. It's good. It's good. Good. Works. It's very, very good. It works.
Here. While we were talking, I sent you a thing.
You sent me a thing.
I animated it. I made it today. I think it'll still loop pretty good too. I'm not 100% because I didn't bother to read it, but
yeah. You sent me a newer one, huh? Let's see. Oh, good. There we go.
Much more lore accurate animation. Instead of my this will look like a really graceful, smooth animation. It's like, just jazz it up a little bit. Let's see if it's a little bit fun. Oh man, that's funny.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, let's see. We'll swap that one out with this one. Should I? Should I? I don't think I should turn that up, right? We should just let that sit at. We'll put it back to 100%.
What? I'm just gonna scream for the rest of the stream like an hour. While we were talking, I was like, I got that After Effects project. You know, it'd be really funny. What if I just set it to randomly spaz out? And he's like, all right, I can do that. Oh man.
Totally can do that. We'll make that a thing. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Join. What's going on? Okay, not. He's insane. All right, that's the vibe we've got going on. Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, I was actually curious as to so when it comes down to it, right? What are, like, looking ahead for your 2024? We're in 2024, right? I have not skipped a year somehow. Yes, we're in 2024. I'm like, before I ask this question, is it actually still 2024? I'm like, where's my caffeine level at? I don't think my caffeine level is appropriate for this conversation anymore. See, you have you react very well to caffeine. I react not at all to caffeine. Like, I could drink a Monster Energy drink and then turn around, go crawl into bed, and fall asleep.
Dude, straight up, it's genetics. It's a whole, like, that's 100% legitimate. I think it's because your body is more efficient, and so it takes the extra energy and just filters. It's like, well, this isn't natural, and filters it right out. And so for you, it's just like a nice beverage. You know, you're like, I just like the flavor of coffee, or I just like how my mango monster is. And for me, I have to, like, okay, how many milligrams of this have I had today? I need to moderate my drug intake so I don't blow up my kidney and have to live on dialysis. I keep it level. I was like, all right, I can have this much a day, no more than that. And dude, I math it out too, based on when I had to drink, how long it will last approximately so that I can go to sleep, because I got to sleep here in a few hours. And, like, I have to, because I got work crazy early, so I sleep and then wake up for early morning news.
Right.
And so I was like, gotta math it all out, and now I know exactly how much it is. It's great. It's great. Well, Apocalypse, I know what it is, because I might have to do it if I'm not careful enough. Oh, actually, I was like, I would learn what that is. I was like, you have to do what? And it does how? I don't forget about that. Okay, we're not gonna drink these whenever we want. We're gonna be a little more mindful about our drugs here, because apparently I can't even handle my caffeine, nonetheless anything else. Dangerous. Life is like as a neurotypical. Dude, it's balling. Neurotypical is where it's at, my guy. It's very normal. We're having a great time. Is anybody typical? Aren't we all just little flavors? Nobody's actually vanilla. It's fine. Can't drink into exactly. See, Apocalypse, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful, guys. Don't OD on drugs. OD on natural.
Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad for you. Okay. I like that character from. That's fantastic. So 2024, right? As you're looking forward, because we're still in the very beginnings of this year. As you're looking forward to 2024, do you have goals? Do you have plans? Are there, like, major projects on the horizon for you, or are you just kind of like, I have no idea what I'm going to do, and we're going to see what hole we fall into first?
We have plans. We have a lot of plans. We have too many. We have enough things that if I was doing all the things I plan to do, I wouldn't have time to do anything. So we have to keep track of our plans. But I'm going to be, now that today was kind of a test. My answer that I give to you right now is completely dependent on, I think I broke everything. Anyway, completely dependent on how well the stream went today. And not like, I depend on my Twitch stream to give me value, but I needed to see if I could get a stable Minecraft server going, because I've had a lot of success with those and I have a lot of fun with those. And I like streaming other stuff, but I really like streaming that. And I was able to get it up and running and working today, and that opens the gate for a lot of content. And I have a lot of ideas of big multiplayer custom Minecraft maps and mods and videos and a ton of stuff. And so I absolutely have a lot of plans ahead, and both on Twitch and slash you like gaming content creation, and
Right.
also just like in my life in general. I have a half dozen hobbies, and I'd really like to make them doing more things and get better at them. And so have a handful of plans. Main thing is like in the next, I don't know, few months, we're gonna keep this server running. I want to make some videos off the server. TJ and I are gonna build some like really custom server map stuff and have a bunch of people playing on that and doing some short form challenge videos and things like that. So have a lot of content plans um, within that area. And I think anyway, I think I've got what it takes. I got what it takes to make it, I could be one of the greats. And I was like, we might as well, like, 2024, start of a new year. I'm at a point in my life where I'm very in control of what I do. And so I was like, all right, if I feel really in control now, I'm stable financially, I have a job, I have a time, and I have all this stuff. What do I want to do? And I was like, I really want to try content creation and streaming and stuff and see if we can't make this something that's a blast for everybody and something that's a little bit new in the world of content creation, and that's, isn't just making garbage, but is making really fun, engaging things, and it isn't tearing people down, but it's just building something together. And who knows what we could do. So I'm really gonna give it a try. I think it's gonna be great.
Uh, Zoda's out here bragging he's got one of your cups, apparently.
Ah, yes. You can at www.twitch.tv/Roarfather in my chat if you do. Wait, no, you can't get to it. Okay, good luck tracking it down. I didn't put a link. You can buy T-shirts that I make online, but that's not what he's talking about. If you can track down my Streamlabs merch store, which I don't have a link to, so figure it out yourself. If you could track down one of those, which you could just mess with the URL. If you track that down, there are mugs, and you can purchase an Orefather mug if you want. You really don't have to. I'm not pushing merch right now. If you want to support the stream financially, then you can go in my Twitch chat. I have I have a link to a TeePublic store where I make like gaming t-shirt designs and stuff like that, like Halo and that's it. Like Halo and Minecraft t-shirt designs, and they're really cool, and you can buy those, and then I get a couple bucks and you get a sick t-shirt, and everybody wins.
There you
And
go.
Potato Cat wants one of everything. They're really, none of them are Orefather. Low-key, I don't want to do Orefather merch because I have like 300 followers, guys. Just come and hang out. Like, let's just have a good time. We'll get to that if we get to that. But I still like making funny stuff. Ah, dang it, Brotherford. That took him 30 seconds. He's got the link. Okay, yeah. Well, you can find you can find those if you want. And I gotta change that. Anyway, and you could do that, but I think hopefully I've turned off the donations. I think you can still buy the mugs, but I turned off donations because I don't like the idea of you paying of people paying for something and getting nothing in return.
Right.
Because that's a lot of what streaming as a financial thing is that you send money to somebody and they say thank you, and that was your transaction. It's like, really? Dude, I live in America, okay? This is where capitalism rules. You are getting a good or a service for your payment. And so I was like, no donos. If you want to support financially, you should get something in return. So you can buy a
Yeah.
t-shirt, or you can subscribe to my Twitch, which gets you ad-free viewing. And if you gift a sub, like a couple of legends materia do, then that's great because it supports me financially, and I really appreciate that. The money goes back into the server, and it gives somebody else ad-free viewing. so they can watch and not have freaking ads because I hate ads. So I was like, why? Anyway, I want to design. That's one of the things I want to do. Is I'd love to be a big streamer and have big servers where everyone can have a blast because I love multiplayer. Let's bring that experience, to everyone. And also, let's make it so if you pay money, you get something in return. And why don't you go buy one of my silly shirts or one of the cool shirts or gift a sub and then someone can watch my dumb streams without ads and they can use all their reacts and the silly stuff in chat. We can just have a good time. So,
Just
and
have
if
a
you want a
blast,
mug,
right?
you could go buy a freaking yeah, thank you, Zoda. There you go. Check out the T Public's got some funny stuff and some really cool stuff and some really dumb stuff. Just like complete. None of it's like buy my logo on a T-shirt. It's like buy something sick. This took me like 6 hours. Isn't this awesome? Some of those anyway, they're freaking cool. Some of them are very dumb.
It's
Anyway,
fantastic.
check those out.
Yes. Apocalypse Bird does ask D2 stream when? I'm certain this makes sense to you.
Yes. I will be focusing on Minecraft for a little bit, and I'd love to do a Destiny 2 stream soonish. I kind of the content kind of died for that though because I thought the final season was going to come out in February, and that was my plan. As I was going to wait till February for the final shape, which is the last DLC. I was going to buy that and play it in February, but now that's coming out in June. And the online chatter I've heard about D2 is that it's not great right now. Is that the company is shelling a ton of employees. So they don't have a lot of people. They just cut their staff down a ton, and the content hasn't been great. And so they're cutting their staff to try and focus on things. I was like, I'd really prefer to just wait for something really fun and interesting to do. But high key. So at the latest Apocalypse, June, when the final shape comes out, or if you've got a good idea of something fun we could do, there would be, I mean, you know how the streams are, then we could do it a lot sooner than that. And just give me a week of Minecraft, and then we could talk about that. Or that's a great point. He also brings up vids. I don't know. I thought those Destiny 2 videos I made were freaking hilarious, and apparently nobody else does. But I really like them. It sounds like you've got ideas, Apocalypse. Listen, I'm actually on a stream right now with Nori, but later we should totally talk, and we will later this week. Let's chat and we'll plan some stuff out. Cause I'd be really down. My idea was I'll stream when there's content, and then the content's pushed back to June. I was like, all right, whatever. Let's focus on Minecraft and play some Warframe and try some other games. But maybe we can make some. Okay, high key. If we got a handful of people together, I think we could have a fun little stream. But I usually like to go for like 3 hours or something. 3 hours of just like one game mode. I don't know. It drags on because I'm not particularly good. What the heck? Who cares? Let's do it. Okay, sounds good. We're gonna pencil that in. Apocalypse, I see you. We're gonna make it happen.
So,
all right, that's.
Other than Minecraft,
yes,
I know that we've done some Sea of Thieves gameplay, which
classic.
was fantastic. I think the most annoying part for you guys, and I think at one point, I think I actually might have gotten on yours and TJ's, and who else was there? There was somebody else that was there because yes, Flux
was there. Flux,
like
yeah.
Totally graded on your guys' nerves because I just sat on that harpoon gun and just kept.
That was an important learning experience for me. Because that's also absolutely. But like high key, I needed you to do that. That was good because I needed to realize I want to do streaming seriously to the point where I make money or I make content and I have a lot of people that enjoy the content. And there's a big thing the lesson I needed to learn there, besides Swift's advice on never giving you access to a harpoon gun, is that if you're streaming, my goal is not to play the game well. How well I do in the video game doesn't matter because it's a video game. and it doesn't matter. And also, I usually play games that don't have anything that does. I don't stream shooters very much or at all, and I don't stream anything that actually does matter. It's a video game, and I needed it because I was like, man, this guy's so freaking annoying. Nori, just shut up and play the game. And I was like, wait a second, he's streaming, I'm streaming, and this is Sea of Thieves, where you literally cannot get better at it. Like, there's nothing to improve except your quote unquote rank, so you can buy different cosmetics. Like, who cares? There's no winning. You know. And so
You're
like,
just sailing
okay.
around. It's more about let's like some of my favorite moments on there was that time we ran into those guys, and there was the gentleman, and there's a clip of it floating around where he loses his boat, stands on the bow of ours as we're sailing away, and he's like, has anybody seen my boat? And me and TJ are losing it, and you're like, huh? What did I miss? What's so funny?
Oh man!
Like you invaded us, and like you missed your boat.
Sorry, you suck, dude. Freaking start swimming. I ain't taking you nowhere.
Get good, scrub.
That's what. Oh, for real. That's what it's about. Is like the funny dumb moments, and that was an important lesson I needed to learn. Is that I was like, oh, I gotta realize I'm not here to do well in the game. I'm here to have a good time. So anything goes. Like, it doesn't matter if we don't get freaking anything done. That's a lot of my Minecraft streams turn into. Is like, oh, it's we're just here to have fun. It doesn't matter if I build a big thing. I'm not mumbo jumbo. I'm not one of these engineers that you watch for my genius. I'm here. You watch because I'm fun, and I like streaming because it's a vibe. So let's just have a good time.
Well, no, I think so, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, right? But I think the vibe is whatever you make of the vibe. In your streams, you tend to like to bounce around, like to have that bit of chaos. You have fun doing that, and I say definitely go and do that. I don't think your viewers. I know I don't tune in to watch you build something. I tune in to watch the manic episodes that occur.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's your shtick. That's your thing. It's running around with you in Sea of Thieves. It was like, okay, how hard can we push Orr's button so that he's like in one of these manic episodes? Oh, look, I've got a harpoon gun. Ha ha! Watch this.
Zach.
Sorry, Orr, we are not getting anything done.
I was like, oh, come on, we're not even playing the game.
I have seen you sit down and actually build. Like when you want to build and you get serious about it. And I've seen some of your more serious gameplays. When you have your moments where you want to actually put forth skill, you have a lot of talent. You have some skill in what you do. But you are less spaz and more focused, more laser focused. And I think to a point where you almost miss chat a lot of times because you're like,
oh, yeah. I'm just like,
I'm doing a thing. I'm not talking right now. All right.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, I'm like, listen, if I want to play a game and play it well, I can do that without streaming. What's the point in streaming? The point is that everybody gets to hang out with you. And we don't want to sit in silence on our phones when we hang out in real life. We don't want to do that on a stream where everyone just shuts up and I get like 2.5 viewers and nobody says anything and it's an awful stream. I was like, no. If I'm going to be streaming, I'm going to be interacting and I'm going to be doing, we're going to have a good time. We're not going to get things done. I'm not going to, try and accomplish things. If I want to play the game, I'll just play the game. I have free time. You just click play and it loads. It's great. So I'll just do that. And if I want to stream, well, that's completely different. That's not playing the game. That's playing the game with an audience, with people, and half the audience gets on the dang server with me. We have a great time. So had to make that mental shift over. And then I was like, oh, wait, now I get it. This is way fun. This is streaming.
Yeah, it's streaming. It's a good time. Hey, Jax, welcome in. We are, for anybody coming in late, we are currently having our Talk Tuesday with our very special guest this evening, Mr. Orrfather. Who has been regaling us with his patented Twitch brand of staying on topic, never.
I'm so on topic. You have no idea what the topic is, but I'm on it.
I think I
dog
ask a question and then we end up like several iterations of some other thought process somewhere else differently. It's been fun.
Oh, exactly. Just do one thing. I'll just go and go. You could just play your puzzle, and I'll just go for like a good hour. We'll call it a stream. Ugh. I am allegedly Apocalypse, allegedly bad at reading chat messages. You don't know that. Yeah, he knows that. Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say
Sometimes
I
people
think I think most of your chat knows that.
sometimes you have to like get in there and spam my name so that I notice that they're saying things. I was like, huh? Oh, hey guys, I'm live. Oh, what's going on? I was busy. What are you doing?
Oh, hey, there's actually it's fine. A lot of times too, I think you encourage your chat to kill you. By the way,
Allegedly, I can neither confirm nor
no,
deny.
no, there's no alleging anything about that.
You in court.
I think you do. I think you encourage your chat to get in there and kill you, and it's a good time because they're enjoying themselves. You can,
right?
Because they come back for more. I mean, if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't keep coming back for more. But no, I suspect at times that you do encourage your chat to kill you by doing, you know, let's do something really stupid, and
Yeah,
your chat
let's
responds
build a
with
gladiatorial arena and fight each other. This will be fine. Let's all go into the Nether, and I have nothing, and you guys have a ton of OP items, and it'll be fine.
it'll be
Yeah,
fine.
and I
And
like to encourage the interaction. You know, you guys, I like doing multiplayer games because we can all have fun, not just everybody watching me have fun. I was like, nah, you guys are on the server too. Go do some stuff. Go mess with each other. Go do this. Here's some rules, and I'll ban you if you're dumb. But other than that, we're fine. It'll be great. Let's have a good time.
We have a series of questions coming in. Here we go. Zodicus asks, "What is your favorite game to stream?"
Probably modded Minecraft on servers. I got burnt out of it for a while because it's really annoying when everybody just gets on there and just punches you for like 2.5 hours and then says, "Come look at my house." I'm like, I don't want to look at your house. I hate you a little bit. And they're like, "Come look at it. It's nice." And I'm like, please don't. So mostly that. I like stuff when there's a bunch of people or when chat as interactions, and I largely do Minecraft because it's a very streamable game for me. It's not my favorite game, and I get burnt out of it after a while. But it's my favorite to stream, which was particularly the question. So streaming it, I really like servers, and whether that's Minecraft or something else, I've really only done Minecraft servers. But when there's a bunch of us and we're all doing stuff and people are doing dumb things and there's like interaction and story beyond what I control, that's really fun to build something and then let people on it and watch them make their own of it. Then that's a ton of fun.
Right? It's so much fun when lore happens and people create their own lore to explain why something is the way it is.
Right? Exactly.
That's a good time. Zoda also asked, "What is your favorite ice cream flavor?"
Mint chocolate chip. It's freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's like minty, so you don't have to brush your teeth, but there's a little bit of chocolate. Oh, nice. I love it, dude. I don't care that people are like, it tastes like toothpaste. And I was like, then I like toothpaste. It's a good flavor. It's mint. There's nothing wrong. I'll try most anything once, but if I'm like going to buy a pint of ice cream to eat alone in my room, which I've totally never done several times, then I usually get mint chocolate chip and a spoon and just live my life. And it's freaking awesome. It's so good. Like it's always reliable wherever you go. Chocolate is extremely overwhelming and kind of overrated. It's fine. We get it. You like the one thing full of sugar, but like other flavors are so good. A little bit of chocolate as an accent piece. Beautiful. A little bit of toothpaste ice cream. So you don't have to like, beautiful. I like that kind of stuff. I like salted caramel anything too. I eat salted caramel freaking grass. I don't know, dirt. What's something inedible? Vegetables. Like seriously, so good, so good. Salted caramel and mint chocolate chip. Thanks for asking. There we go.
Really salted caramel? That's interesting.
It's so good. There's salt and caramel. Not too much caramel. I don't chew caramel. I'll rip your teeth out. You got to be careful of your oral hygiene, guys. It's extremely important. If you've had caramel things, you have to brush your teeth, unlike other sugary foods where you don't have to. So you got to be careful.
Yeah, that squirrel says she's concerned for your oral hygiene.
Yeah, it's mint, so you don't have to brush your teeth because it's already mint. So you're good.
You have minty fresh breath. So is that the only requirement to having your teeth brushed? Is
as far as I can frickin' tell, I've had great teeth health. I had some pulled when I was younger, but it's fine. They're not there anymore. And so I don't have any problems. I went to the dentist and I was like, hey, bro, like, I'm sorry. I talked to him like I went to the dentist like he was my father who I disappointed. I was like, I got to come clean about some things, man. I don't floss as often as I should. And I know I'm not a good person, but I hope you can forgive me. And it was hard to say that with my mouth open and a bunch of buzzing electrical instruments inside of it, as goes to the dentist. But he was like, yeah, whatever. Your teeth are fine. You don't have any cavities. I was like, all right, everything I've been taught is a lie. Eat whatever you want. Nothing matters. It's great. Please don't tell me you don't brush your teeth after you eat peppermints. It's mint, so it's fine. You don't have to. It's all good, dude. It's all good. Hawaiian cardinals. Oh, that sounds great. I wouldn't smoke my finishing. I'd eat it, but it sounds like Swift has a good choice there. I'd give that a shot.
There you go. There you go. Jax asked, did you bring his salt?
No, I snorted it on stream, remember? From the Crack Shack? We have on my Minecraft server, it's been live for less than 24 hours, and we have a gentleman who sells cocaina to anyone who wants it, which is salt. It's just salt. And I pretended to snort it on stream so that I would go viral. And instead, I felt kind of dumb. I did not actually, yeah. Anyway. How are you guys doing tonight? Anyway, yeah, I do have salt in my room somewhere. Actually, I didn't actually. I feel like that would rip your nose to shreds, and I got to work tomorrow, so maybe on the weekends. But some salt over here. I have a pile of seasonings, unopened seasonings. Oh, there's some salt over there. I was taking some pictures of some hot sauce, and I needed salt to make it look salty, and I forgot about that. There was salt on my bed for like a week. Okay, for like 2 days. Then I did my laundry. But there's some over there, and there's some over here in that corner as well. So yeah, I got your salt. These are good questions. I'm so prepared. Who else has salt in their room right
now? I had it earlier, but not anymore. Let's see. Jade Jinx says, how do you stay interested in the games you stream? Or ask, as it says.
That is a great question, Jade. Thank you very much. And it's something I've struggled with quite a bit because it costs me a lot of energy to stream. And I don't have a lot of time either. So I work my 8-hour job and I come home and I got to be high energy to stream again. And otherwise I just sit quietly and play games, and I don't even have a good time when I do that. So I don't stream very much. Even when I'm streaming a lot, it's usually like 2 to 3 times a week so that I don't get burnt out of the games. And ideally on these mod packs, on these public services, so that everybody else can go and build some cool stuff and play some of the game and put some stuff together. I can come in and then explore all the cool things that have happened. And every stream feels fresh and original, because if you just want to play the game, you could just play the game. You don't have to be in my stream to be in the server. But if you're in my stream, then it's because there's a bit of a show, and because it's a good time, and because we're trying different things. And so I make sure to space it out so that I don't do too much of the same game, because then I get bored of the game, because I'm incredibly impatient, which is why half the games I play are shooters and all the games I play are multiplayer, is because I want action right now. Why is it not happening? Do something, and then it's a lot more fun. And so that's how we do that. Thank you. There's a lot of sandwich questions coming. This is So good.
Blue Potato Cat asks, and I can probably already answer this for her, but I'll let you answer it. She says, she asks, can I steal your shoes, please?
No, I don't have that many, and I'm trying to have good shoes. You cannot have the ones. Wait, I have some dumb dress shoes. You can have those. I'm not using them. I hate them. They're falling apart already. But you can't take my other shoes because I just got them, and by just got them I mean just put insoles in them so that my feet don't hurt when I'm at work, and I need them, and none of my other shoes have those. My other shoes, I'm trying to be like a fashion dude, where I like look semi decent. And so you can't have any. I need them all. I think they go with outfits. I'm still not sure how that works. Don't touch them. Forget it. You can have the old shoes. I don't like anymore. The ones I use when I like mow the lawn and they're all green from the grass. You're gonna have those. Please burn them. Oh my gosh, they're so gross.
Green grass shoes. I think all of us have a set of green shoes from mowing lawns.
Right? It's like a thing, You have the yard work shoes, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna go muck around in the weeds or the grass or whatever. Let me use the shoes I don't like, and I'm not gonna wear anymore. Or you don't do that one time, you forget, and then all of a sudden you now have a pair because you just used them and they're completely green. And now you know.
You get a new pair.
Yes, the GG shoes, green grass. Dude, you're right. I love it.
It's fantastic. So what you're saying is Blue Potato Cat can have the GG shoes.
Yeah, you can have the GG shoes, but that's it. I'm using the rest. Only maybe like once a week, but I'm using the
rest. Let's see. The Brotherford asks, if you were on death row, what would your last meal be?
Ooh, that is a great question with an easy answer. Okay. You can have like a bunch of stuff, right? You don't have to do just one thing. I think anyway, I would do start off with 2 Little Caesars pizzas. One would be the extra asbestos pepperoni, and then the other one would be the pepperoni with the nacho cheese sauce. I would have 5 of the jalapeno cheddar dips because to spread it out. Then I would have a large, as just infinite, if you like a 6-gallon infinite whatever, Mountain Dew Baja Blast from Taco Bell, preferably a ton of cold cans because I love drinking things out of cans. And I would do a large of their nacho fries, and then probably just one of everything from their menu. All of this with a bottle of sriracha to dispense as needed. I doubt I would finish it all, but those are all of the best flavors I can imagine that I'd want. And so I would do I'd ask for all of those, and then I'd just kind of like sample whichever one I wanted until I was so full I couldn't eat another bite or I'd die. And then I'd go die because I'm on death row. And I'd go out full of cheesy, buttery, fatty goodness. Wonderful. Man, I should order a pizza.
I just suddenly had images of Orfather like being rolled to the electric chair.
Yeah, I gotta. Anybody here forklift certified? I need a lift, if you know what I mean. I can get my arms up, but that's about it. Just take me on over. This rate, just feed me again, and I'll just die from cardiac arrest. So you don't even have to waste any of the drugs on me. I'm good. It'll be perfect.
Hang on a second. I think we are getting rated at this moment. Hales Vanon is bringing in her fantastic crew. Welcome in.
Can't believe it. What's going on? What a moment to come in. That's a good way to go out. Yeah, thank you, Foxable. That is a good way to go out. If you think you can top that last meal, don't you dare come at me with some vegetables or. Well, I'd have some caviar or some sushi. Shut up. You should have cheese and butter, and that's it. I know what's up. My name's Orfather. Come on over to Twitch chat. We're just talking about cheese.
Welcome in, Hales and Raiders. You guys are joining us for our fantastic Talk Tuesday. On the mic here with me today is the epic and fantastic Mr. Orfather.
That's my name. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great Tuesday afternoon.
But yeah, so we just finished talking about his death meal feast. In this case, I don't think I would call that a single meal. It sounded like he ordered like one of everything off a pizza menu.
Yeah. I'm so hungry now. Oh my gosh. Hi, Hales. I don't think I've met you or chatted with you before.
Hales was last week's Talk Tuesday guest.
Oh, then I was totally listening to that. Hi again. I think I asked several questions actually.
You did actually. Yes.
Sorry. Need a monster.
It's all right. Hales knows what it'd like to be in the hot seat. So
Oh man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, well, great to see you. And yeah, that's what I was. Nice to officially meet you. Yes, exactly. I think you had a nice face cam, and I mentioned your lights in your room, and I made a nice little animation for Nori to do. But after about 30 minutes of us talking, I reanimated it and sent him the spazzy one we have now because it's a little more accurate.
Yeah, it's way more accurate.
Oh, yeah. You adopt me? Yo, freaking try. I have such a great metabolism. It's not even fair. I'm so down. You know, I was low-key, not to be like greedy, but I heard about a Twitch plugin thing you can do where a viewer, you like set it up and it's a service where a viewer can buy you IRL food that gets door dashed to your house. And the service protects your location and stuff. All the viewer sees is like a description that you write of whatever the food is and like the price, and they process the transaction like legitimately, and then you could send me pizzas and stuff.
I would be terrified because it would just take, one crazy night and you've got like 400 pizzas sitting at your door.
Oh my gosh, I would cry. I would be the greatest day of my life. I'm so you sent me pizza, right? You guys, okay? I think it'd be so funny. Like I'm not like a big streamer, so I'm not expecting stuff, but high key, I was like, dude, what if the whole point now? I just want to like not have to buy dinner. I'm in the mood for a pizza. Hey Twitch, what's going on, Chad? It's your father live once again. I'm just gonna sit here AFK until one of you feels guilty enough to send me some food. It'd be so funny. So I might low-key set that up. And just because, that would be so funny. I'm like, ding, and I'm like, hey guys, someone's at the door. Oh shoot, you bought me your pizza, baby. Oh man. JC, yeah, Baja Blast. Oh man, I'm gonna look up what that plugin was now. Maybe I'll set that up. That looks so funny. Oh, it looks so funny.
It just feels like, yeah, it's one of those. I'm like, yep. It's all fun and games until it gets like way overboard, and you're like, okay,
right.
Okay. I mean, it's not any different from like the sound redeems we have, right?
Oh yeah.
You give people, I'm like, yeah, sure, here's some sound redeem, or the hydrate. You have didn't you suffer from your hydrate and no timer on that, where your chat basically tries to drown you. You're like, guys, I have to be able to breathe.
If I'm using the bathroom the whole stream, there's no stream. You can't. Oh man. All right. Maybe we'll put a free pizza tattoo. There you go. PGX does it so. Oh, it's so funny. It's so
that I think would be my concern with that, but otherwise, yeah, sure, why not? Let's see. Brotherford also. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, maybe they've got some. I feel like the service should consider that. That like, what if someone orders 5,000 pizzas? I think they've surely. I'm gonna have to check, but surely they have some sort of limit.
I would not make any guarantees on that.
Right. I'm gonna check that before I plug it in to make sure. Anyway, who knows what they send? I'm gonna check that, but it's freaking over.
I guarantee they probably don't care, because as far as they're concerned, they're just more concerned with the bottom line. And if somebody orders 5,000 pizzas and somebody orders 5,000 pizzas,
they're like, "Ballin', sweet, we get paid." Huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, that'd be so funny.
Yes. Relax.
Anyway,
Thank you for the raid. enjoy the raid and fade. But thank you for the alert. Thank you for bringing your people over here. I am certain that they are in for a good time as we continue our Talk Tuesday interview with Mr. Orfather. Your next question on the block. The Rutherford asks, are hot dogs on a bun a sandwich?
Well, I mean, I don't think so, because it'd be more of a taco, right? Because there's bread on 3 sides of the cube instead of 2. Well, no, sub sandwiches, they usually don't cut the bread in half. It's just you just kind of make like a big channel, a big ditch, and you fill it with meat and cheese. And if you put anything else in there, you're a criminal. So, you know what? Let's go with Let's go. I mean, I certainly dress my hot dogs up like a sandwich. If I have a hot dog and the bun, I have a strategy. Okay, first off, I'm a freaking genius. Okay, you need the hot dog hot. That's why it's called a hot dog, not a cold dog, you psychopaths. So you stick the hot dog like in a frying pan, okay? Or wherever. I don't know, someplace with heat. I don't have a grill, so I fry everything. And I mean everything. Stick it in the frying pan. Get that hot. While that's heating up, you go to your toaster oven. You're going to need a toaster oven. You go to your toaster oven and you put the hot dog buns in there open. Low heat, okay? We're not trying to cook them. We're trying to very lightly toast them just on the outside so they're just a wee bit crispy. While the hot dog is heating up and that's toasting, you're going to go get your sauces. You're going to need at least 2. One of them's I'm trying to think of the word. Savory sauce, okay? That could be like a jalapeno ranch. That could be like a let me check what I have in my fridge here. I have a mini fridge next to my desk. Parmesan garlic, buffalo stuff. I've got some Chipotle ranch here. Hang on. Chipotle aioli. You get like your savory sauce. I'm unironically holding those 3 right now. I have a mini fridge next to my thing. It's full of sodas and sauces. I'm
like,
such.
I feel like suddenly we're gonna have a stream just on what's in your mini fridge.
It's so good. My mini fridge is the best thing. Okay. Anyway, so you get those, you get that sauce, and you get a spicy sauce. Okay, just because it says it's Chipotle ranch, that's not spicy. Okay, come on. Let's be real here. That's not spicy. You want hot. A solid option any day of the week is going to be sriracha. You could get something a little like funky. I happen to have a drawer. I kid you not. I could send you a picture. A drawer in my mini fridge full of hot sauces from local vendors. This is a true story. I went to a hot sauce convention in town where there was like a dozen people set up selling hot sauces. I spent like $100. I bought a ton of different hot sauces. I actually ended up doing I do photography in my spare time, a product photography shoot for one of the brands. Made like $200. Sweet. And so I just have a drawer full of hot sauces from local people. Some of those things I should be signing waivers for. They are not legal. Oh my gosh. He was like, oh, this is like pretty spicy. It was like, pretty spicy. You should have been giving that to me. Come on. Like, I can handle some spice. One of those, dude, is the craziest sauce I've ever had. It's insanely hot. I've had it twice, and very, very tiny bits burns like the sun. Like you take a toothpick, dip it into the sauce thing, like lick the toothpick, and you're out for the next 20 minutes. Like you're having, like you're not, like it's, I did not, I was like, dude, is this legal? I'm going to get it. Drink it. Hang on. Okay, I got it. Okay. The ingredients, I was like, dude, so what's this sauce here? Why is it in such a small bottle? And he's like, oh, so I do hot sauce stuff. And my wife challenged me to make a hot sauce that was like totally pure, didn't have any additives, didn't have any of this extra stuff. And he's like, so this hot sauce literally has 3 ingredients. It has peppers, and it has organic like apple cider vinegar, and it has sea salt. So it has salt, vinegar, and peppers. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm wondering why I made it in such like a little bottle. And I was like, well, I'll take one of those, $10 or whatever. Who cares? It's like a local, support your local guys. I tried some, just like a little bit. It was the sun. I was branded on my tongue. It was nuts. This thing should be like you go to the wing places. I always get Atomic or whatever. I was like, yeah, it's pretty hot. Like it's hot. You know, you gotta like
Right.
take a breath and drink some water. I'm not immune. It's very hot, but this stuff is too much. You uncork the bottle and like your nose hairs curl up inside. Like your body rejects this obvious poison. And I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Literally, it's so nuts. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, I have a drawer full of hot sauces. So you get a hot sauce and a savory sauce. Remember hot dogs. Everyone, okay, back to hot dogs. So you get those. By the time you get those two, and you need some cheese. I prefer the most fake cheese you could get, like those plastic squares that are clearly not made of anything natural. Get those. They're amazing. They melt so good. They taste incredible. Go back to the hot dog. Take the buns out of the toaster oven. They should be lightly toasted so that there's like almost a layer of crispy around everything, but the inside is still soft. So you can still like crush it and it'll be like soft, you know? And this is genius because what you're going to do is you're going to do on one before you put in the hot dog meat itself, you're going to do your sauces. So you're going to do a layer of your savory sauce and then a layer of your spicy sauce. And this will help keep the sauces contained within so they're not getting on like your lips or anything like that. And the crispiness keeps it from soaking into the bread, so it's not going to be soggy. Next, you're going to take your cheese, layer the cheese on either side so that there's maximum surface area for the hot dog, which you put in next. The hot dog is heated, so it will melt the cheese just a little bit. It's not going to be melty. You can do that if you want. But now you've got an actual hot dog, which I build like a sandwich, and you eat like 5 of those in the sitting, and then you lay on your bed and you watch Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts and think about all the things you could have been doing with your time instead of making the most complicated hot dog I've ever had. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Why I eat all my food like that? Like there's a freaking. I promise I barely freaking eat anything because everything takes me so much time. I was like, oh, this is gonna be taking freaking forever, but I gotta make it the right way. You can't just not make it, dude. I have hot sauce on everything I eat, literally everything. I had a bologna sandwich today. Hot sauce was on that baby. Friggin' hot sauce. It was so good. Woo. Anyway, next question.
Jax asks for your opinion on cheese.
Oh, big fan. Big fan. 2 types of cheese are good. Plastic American cheese, fake as you can get it. Fake as you get it. I'm talking whatever they put in Taco Bell stuff. I'm talking those squares that you can buy for like $2 at Walmart or whatever. It's a big pack of those. You want plastic cheese or you want incredibly high quality cheese. Those are the 2 ends of the spectrum. Those are the only ends that matter. The plastic cheese melts and tastes incredible. It is so good because it's just salt and fat and whatever chemical they put into cheese to make it taste good, and it melts perfectly because it's all chemicals. We all got microplastics. Shut up and deal with it. Buy that cheese, or you go to the nicest brand you can find in Walmart, because let's be real, none of us are out of that tax bracket. We're all on Twitch, okay? So you go to the nicest brand you can find, and you buy white cheddar cheese. Oh, delectable, incredible, a sensation that the tongue rarely has. You just eat it by itself in little slices. To put it on a sandwich is to overwhelm the senses and the palate. But that white, sharp cheddar cheese, incredible, incredibly good. And I like cheese. In fact, my diet consists of primarily meat and cheese. Like unironically, that is it. I do not buy rice. If I'm having like a burrito, it is just chicken and cheese and sauces. Don't forget sauce. That's it. Why would I put rice in there? I don't like rice. I like chicken and cheese. So I just put in the good stuff. It's incredibly good. If I made anybody here a meal, you'd be like, wow, I didn't know they made food like this. I'm like, yeah, they freaking don't. I do. Like and subscribe.
Well, that's pretty much all Shayla eats too these days.
So good. That's all you need, bro. Live life, be happy, have some hot sauce.
Meat, cheese, that sort of thing. But I think Jax was more asking your opinion on Cheez-It crackers, aka cheese.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. I'm more specific. Are we referring to Cheez-Its, the snack, the crispy toasted cheesy snack? Is that what we're talking about?
No, I was just being funny there, so it's all
Well,
right.
I
I
want
was
to talk
telling
about Cheez-Its. So Cheez-Its are one of my favorites, and I can't buy them anymore because it's a meal. Like, you know, the box, family size, regular size. If I buy a box of that, that's all I eat. Like, I will eat the entire thing as like dinner, and then I don't have
Right.
Cheez-Its anymore. Like, so I can't have them. Best flavors, I like the extra cheesy, the regular cheddar cheese, but extra cheesy. I like the white cheddar is solid option. I don't like the bacon one. I don't like the roasty, smoky flavors. I don't like smoky flavors. I like those two. Italian four cheese is great. A long time ago, they had a limited edition Cheez-It that was Colby cheese. Like, you know how there's Colby Jack cheese? Well, that's
Yes.
two cheeses. It's Montreal Jack and Colby. And Colby cheese is like a slightly better cheddar. I haven't had it in a while, so I'm not 100% sure. And they had a limited edition run of those. Incredible. I bought them every chance I could get. They were so good. If anybody knows where I can get more of those, I will Venmo you money to buy me some. No cap. Like 100%. Like, if you find some of those, send me a freaking link, dude. We'll make it happen. I don't know. Anyway, what's next? What are we? I'm kind of out of breath.
Yeah.
Oof.
The Brotherford asks, if you had to pick one for life, what would it be? Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or white chocolate?
Dark chocolate. Milk chocolate's fine, but it gets super freaking sweet, and it's kind of mainstream. Everybody likes milk chocolate. I'm not mainstream. I'm edgy and cool. So I would do dark chocolate because you can eat dark chocolate without feeling sick. You can have a larger quantity of it, which means it's the only chocolate I'm gonna eat. So I might as well have it. It's almost healthy, and if you get really dark chocolate, people are like, "Dang, this is kind of hardcore." If you have like 50, 60, 70% cacao dark chocolate, it's just dirt. Like, it just tastes like dirt. It's freaking great. We did the puzzle. Let's go. Good job, guys. Anyway, so it'd be dark chocolate for sure. And white chocolate's plastic. That's not real chocolate. There's no cocoa in it. That's just sugary plastic. And I get enough of that in my cheese. I don't need none of that in my life. You know, I don't eat wax. I eat plastic. And white chocolate is literally sweetened wax. So you can enjoy your poorly made candle, and I am gonna have some Taco Bell with the fiery sauce.
It's fantastic. Let's see. Zoda asks, do you consider taco as a sandwich?
Well, at what point is one of these objects referred to as a category versus as an object to be categorized? You know, what do I refer to sandwiches as hot dogs because they're, you know, built the same? Do I refer to tacos as sandwiches? Well, I think a taco is its own category, I would argue, because the layering of the objects that's why I was so confused, because a hot dog could very well be considered a taco, except that a hot dog usually does a solid piece of meat, as do sandwiches have generally like a piece of turkey or several pieces, large pieces that span the entire width of the meal, whereas a taco has shredded protein. Whatever the protein is, it's usually shredded or ground or something like that, and it fills the entire space ideally, but it is never a large piece. Even if you have like a steak, like a real like tacos, like actually authentic, where it's just a pile of steak and stuff, like street tacos. That's what I'm thinking of. If you have some of those, like really good stuff, it's still a shredded pile of. No one ever puts in a piece of chicken into their taco. That's not a taco. That's you being poor and not having the time to shred it, okay? So I would say that tacos are not sandwiches or hot dogs, as they are their own category, and thus cannot be referred to as one of the objects to be categorized.
Yeah, my only statement to that is I don't think you can call it a taco a sandwich anyways, because a taco is not on bread. It is on a tortilla.
Yeah, fair enough. Right? Yeah, whether it's a crunchy or soft, still tortilla. That's not. It is like a grain product. It's not the freaking same thing. So, not the same thing at all.
It's not. There we go. There you guys go. New puzzle up
New
there.
puzzle has entered the arena.
Have at it. There. Puzzle up there. Meanwhile, we will get back to these questions. Let's see. Taco sandwich. The Brotherford asks, what 3 items would be your desert island must have?
Oh. I don't have a prepared response. Let me think.
That's kind of the purpose of these things.
Okay, ready. So I'm going to go into this assuming a handful of things. One, I can't get anything that gets me off the island. Obvious answer would be a boat, fuel, food. You know, oh, that's so funny and creative. You're so intelligent. No, you're not. Shut up. We're not. The goal is to not get off the island. The goal is to thrive on the
Well,
island.
I don't know that
So-
you, even if you ask for a boat, I don't know that the nearest land you could boat to.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was just like a million miles away. What if you're in like the middle of nowhere, like New Zealand? You know, not a real place. You're just stuck there, limbo forever. So, what you would? So I'm gonna go assume that we're going in that. I'm not attempting to leave or anything. I'm attempting to thrive. So we would bring. It's difficult because I gotta think of the time frame here. Long term, I'm going to be able to create most structures and or tools for myself, but there's a few things I simply will tap out at. So number one is going to be a knife, like a large knife of some sort, not pocket knife. I mean something that is unwieldy so that I could utilize it for multiple things, like slicing food, killing animals, fighting off invaders, cutting trees, cutting, maybe like a hatchet, like a decent sized hatchet or a big machete so that I can use it for small, because you could use a big knife for small things. You just gotta be careful. Or you can't use a small knife for big things, because it gets messy. So I use a large weapon, a large bladed weapon, not a sword,
Right.
not no Zweihand. There's no two-handed, but like something I can wield with one hand to do a variety of tasks. Because you can't really get a hold of those. I couldn't make that. That would be difficult. Let me think.
Okay.
Could probably make some.
Definitely not rooming with Orfather.
Yes. Yeah. I would bring a gun, but it's ammo and cleaning things. That's a whole problem. So we're just gonna do weapons first. Primary. Let me think. I'd probably bring some hot sauce. Since we're on the subject of it, I'd probably bring like a large bottle of sriracha. Well, I'd run out and it'd run out and probably die around then. So I'd definitely bring some hot sauce. Oh, no. I redact that statement, truncate it. I would bring peppers. I would bring a bundle of hot peppers, a variety of peppers, and then I would eat the peppers for fun and I don't know, because it's hot. And then I would plant the seeds so I could have an infinite supply because I'm going to be here for a while. So I would do that. Okay, number one, large bladed weapon. Number two, bundle of hot peppers, jalapenos, habanero. Pick your poison, literally, and bring those. Third item. What do I like doing? Who am I as a person? What's the point?
We have reached existential Orfather.
Looking around my room for help here. A bunch of monster cans and some Rubik's cubes and a computer and hot sauce. Man, do I really need anything else?
I don't know.
I can figure out food. Maybe like I don't want to lose it. Deep Thoughts. Deep Thoughts by Zoda. Probably be fine with just those two. But, all I like is technology stuff. You don't know about Desert Island. I'd probably go with a like a large tarp, large piece of canvas. Because I could create my own shelters eventually, but it'd be nice to have something that I know is 100% waterproof. And so I'd bring a large piece of canvas so that I could build a shelter or a roof or a floor or a bag or whatever I need to use it for. I like camping, so I would have a good time. I wouldn't bring like my phone or my camera. I'd be like, this is tight. I love camping. Being out in nature is like a blast. I'd build bow and arrows and fish with my hands, and I'd know how to gut them and clean them and have a good time. Sorry, Cheese It. Don't mean to cover your ears, but I'd do that, and I'd grow some plants and get bored of that and go back to killing things, and I'd drink seawater, just see what happened, and I'd build a fort, and then say no girls were allowed, and be sad because there were no girls. And anyway, and it'd be a good time. I think we'd have fun. I think we'd have a good time. So that's what I'd do. At the end.
Somehow, I can just see Orfather sitting there on his little island by himself. Big sign he's erected: no girls allowed.
None. Go away. It's just for cool guys only.
Right? Could you see the rescuers? They're flying overhead. It's a female pilot. Oh, sorry, we can't save him. No girls allowed. Read the sign. Let's go.
Like, yep. Get the frick out of here. I don't know you. If cooties. I'm so alone.
Hey, Bear. Welcome in. Ad break? Not that I know of. Why? Is there supposed to be an ad break? I guess maybe there might be an ad going on. Nope, I don't see any ads going on. Welcome in, Bear. Welcome in. We are doing Talk Tuesday with our friend and a fellow streamer, Orfather, who's coming in to give us a moment of his time, wisdom, and sage advice.
I hope
if you can call it that.
Wonderful. To the stream, everything I say should be taken as rule, law, or scripture and can be applied in court. I will see you there. Have a great rest of your day. What is the next question?
I want to do voiceovers.
Voice, that'd be so fun.
Oh, you're looking for a Nori ad. Let's see. What can we do an ad on real quick? These are always fun. Ooh, here's what we can do. All right. I got it. Come here, you stupid thing. I need my sound bar. I don't have my sound bar up. It's not like something I turn on. All right. All right. Well, we're gonna if you want, I would say I'll tell you what, I'm going to mute myself here in Discord real quick there, Orfather, so you can unmute stream, and then that way you can catch the full ad. We'll do an Orfather tribute ad. How about that?
Oh, thank you very much. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. I'm excited.
All right. Would help if I hit the right button. Okay. Good evening and welcome to Talk Tuesday. And here on Talk Tuesday, we are going to talk with fantastic people. And today's fantastic people is the one, the only. That's right. You know him, you love him. That's right. We're talking about Orfather. Come listen as he spastically talks about everything that makes no sense whatsoever. Do we get lost in conversations? Absolutely. Is it a thrill to be here? You better believe it. And what could you hope to be better at than a Talk Tuesday? Come on by. We'd love to have you. There we go.
Oh my god, that was great.
I wouldn't. So I was looking through like. Thank you for the follow, Bear. Welcome in. Welcome to the network. I went looking for music and sounds, and I it's like literally a 30-second bit I found on Pixabay. And I'm like, I could like do so many commercials over top of this. And so I like literally everybody's like, I want.
Oh my god.
They're like, and so there's actually a commercial redeem. Everybody hits that, and it's like, okay, what am I doing right now? Quick, 30 seconds. Think of commercial.
There you go. Top of your head, just
lay it out there. It's none of it's
I love it.
scripted. It's not even practice. It's just like, okay, we're just going to do the thing. We're going to say the first whatever set of nonsense that comes out of my mouth. Good luck.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Perfect.
You're not the only one who gets a little crazy around here. It's a thing. It's a fantastic thing, right? Let's see. Where were we at? 3 items. We did that one. Mini Taco 231 asks, is a grilled cheese with ham still a grilled cheese sandwich?
Depends how you cooked it and what the primary ingredient is. If you have because there's a difference between ham and cheese and a grilled cheese. One, grilled cheese you need to fry or grill, but nobody does that. You need to actually cook it like a grilled cheese, and there should be like 60-40 representation cheese to meat ratio, so that it is primarily a cheese sandwich with ham. I.e., you'd want to do, double slices of cheese on either side, and then 1 slice of ham on one side, or shred up the ham to add in the middle as like kind of a flavorful discovery for your tongue as you explore the sandwich. But if you have equal parts cheese and meat, you have made a hot ham and cheese sandwich, which is just as good. There's no problem with that, but it's no longer a grilled cheese. Yeah. There you go.
We're gonna grab this. Oh no, it was dropped in here. Perfect. Let's see. Jax asks, now that we're talking about death row, how would you die? That seems a little grim, but okay.
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine old age would be my preferred method, but
I kind of want to go out. This is a great topic that I have lots of bizarre thoughts on. I don't really plan on now this. Let me be very clear. If you are suffering from mental health issues, please seek help. Life could be good. There is hope and help on the way. Do not do anything that would harm yourself. That is not good. There's better options. Please be healthy and happy. What I'm about to say is mostly a joke, and it's not a cry for help. I promise you. It's a joke. It's just funny, okay? But I don't really plan to make it to 50, because everyone I know 50 onward, life gets kind of boring and repetitive, and you start to get. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that's the peak, and most people. Let me be clear. Most people starts to downhill, and you don't. Most people are also super lame, and they stop taking care of themselves, and they've kind of finished their life. And hopefully, anybody listening who's around that age doesn't do that, because you're only halfway done. You got so much more to do, and ideally, a lot of money and experience, and there's a lot to do. But I'm not really planning to make it past 50, because I'm kind of no, Shale. I see you. That's not what I said. I said most people. Are you most people? I'm certainly not. I'm a freaking legend. Don't be most people. Be better. I don't really plan to make it that long. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm totally down to. I got some life goals I want to accomplish by then. And when I'm 50, I'm not going to like kill myself. What I'm going to do is start doing the really dangerous hobbies, like racing motorcycles and skydiving and swimming with sharks. I'll just start doing increasingly more and more awesome but dangerous stuff until I die. Yeah, Ghost Run's right. We going out in a blaze of glory. Like, I'm going out driving my Ferrari down the Autobahn in Germany at 200 miles an hour, and then I miss a turn, and we just, we move on. It's okay. It's okay. Life's not meant to live forever. Don't hold on to life with such a death grip that you end up choking yourself out of any enjoyment. This gets pretty, you got to be careful, this type of stuff. But please live past 50. Ripster, what are we going to do? Like, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get into dangerous sports. I'm going to get into anything dangerous I can think of. Have a freaking blast. There's a great movie that you guys should all watch. It's called Secondhand Lions. It's a lot of fun. Okay, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun movie about 2 old guys. They're friends. I think I don't know if they're brothers. I'm not sure, but they're like old grandpa age. Okay. They're like in their like 70s, 80s. And their grandson comes to live with them. And the grandson's from like a broken home. And there's this whole great thing. And spoilers right now, at the end of the movie, these two grandpas, they both die off screen. It's just like a time skip, and they're like, hey, did you hear that your grandpa's, these two guys that shaped you as a child, died? And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear. Like, what happened? And he's like, so they died in an airplane accident. They were flying the airplane that they had built together upside down through their barn, and they died. And he's like, oh, that's freaking awesome. And at that moment, I was like, that's totally sick. Well, I want to do that. Like, if you have, you freaking asked whoever it was, how do you want to die? I was like, doing something stupidly cool. So there I am, 55, driving the car I built myself, trying to clear the Grand Canyon in a leap. And if we make it, that's ballin'. If we don't, I've lived 50 whole years. I have children and fame and wealth, and I've been to Mars, and I have an Elon Musk brain chip, and everything's great. And we had a good run. And if we keep living, then I keep doing progressively more and more awesome stuff. Then I'm jumping out of a rocket. I'm gonna be the first man to swim to the moon through space. You name it. It's gonna be totally sick. It's going to be great. Oh, yeah. In the movie, the grandparents are incredibly wealthy. It's totally awesome. Just homies. So anyway, you freaking asked. You want to talk about deep stuff? That's the plan. It's gonna, like, don't take it the wrong way. It's mostly a joke. But, like, might as well have some fun at the end. Acceptable ways to die. Fine. Yeah, assuming I do die. Currently, I might be immortal. I don't want to alarm you guys, but I have never died before. So all
he
of
says
the logic
this.
points to,
And there is a pickaxe with his name on it out there being hefted by some Minecraft veteran.
come get some, baby. I got a pocket knife in my room somewhere. I ain't 50 yet, boy. You gotta wait your time. I might outlive you.
So Fox and Bull ask, can we adopt or father? We'll fatten you up.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything right now, so I'll get that treat thing for the streams going, and you guys can buy me pizzas and stuff like that and things. I do have a family, not one that I've created, but one I'm a part of, and was spawned in from, and so I've already got that kind of covered, that aspect, and nurturing, loving, and caring, and all that jazz. And so unfortunately, the adoption's just not in the books. But you're welcome to said foods. We'll I got no problem with that. We could be friends. Yeah. You guys have cats? Who's want a cat? Maybe I come visit your cats or your ferrets or whatever animals you have. Only if you have one of those two. Actually, I'm a real. I only like those two. But yeah, thanks for the offer. That's very kind. Very kind.
Fox and Bull also ask, have you ever considered doing a mukbang series of your favorite food/meals?
Not really, because I don't understand those. What do you just eat food? Who cares? Why would I watch? I don't understand. I don't understand those. If someone can explain the appeal, then maybe it'll make a little more sense. But currently, it's like you could just. Why would I watch? I do not understand that. And is it like a weird thing? I don't want to do any weird things, Like, why do you want to watch me eat pizza? Like, why can't I just eat pizza on my own? I don't know. It's a little sus. Okay, it's a little sus. Maybe I'm not as hip and savvy as you young kids, but what the heck is the point of that? And why do you want to watch me eat a lot of food? Go away. I'm busy. I'm in my room eating my food. Go to your room and eat your food. So I mean, if someone can explain it, and yep, and there it is. Thank you, Shale. Yeah. It's always been kind of an orange, yellowish flag, and I've never really figured it out. And if that's what it is, then we're all good. Thanks for offering. Tune into my Minecraft streams where you can be part of my server, and we can play the block game like normal people, okay? Normal people who want to die at 50 and eat a lot of, processed food, okay? Come on. Y'all weird as heck. Go get a job, hippies. Some of us have jobs. We don't eat food in front of a camera. Get your own food. It's just rude. What's the question? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. All right. Whew.
Uh, Jax asked, "Hey, Diamond Dad, I got a dad joke for you. My wife says I'm a cheapskate. I'm not buying it."
Ooh, that's a pretty solid one. That's a pretty solid one. I'm gonna be real. I'm honest with you guys. I'm not a big pun guy. I don't get the appeal. I don't think it's that funny. I don't make puns, but that was good. That was good. I was solid. I ain't buying
Seriously,
it either.
you're not a big pun guy?
Listen, it feels like low effort because what does it take to say puns? Memorization. What does it take to be funny?
No.
Gotta be
No. It takes a little bit more than just memorization, right? So,
Well, I don't know. That's the only way I've ever interacted with puns is people saying, "Hey, want to hear a joke?" And then they make a pun. I was like, that wasn't funny. That was something you read online. Make me laugh without using someone else's content, and now you're funny.
Right, but so if I gave you a banana and told you that it was funny,
that would be kind of funny.
It's quite appealing, right?
Get out! Mods, can we get this guy out? Ban him. Mods, can we ban him? Thank you. This is my stream. What is this? It's not appealing. It was appealed. I'm appealing. I'm repealing. Unpeels your banana. Get the frick out of here.
Captain Cabinets asks, "Can we call you or Daddy?"
No, thank you though.
And let's see. Ripster asks, "What can we expect from the future of Orfather?"
We're gonna do some more streams. I have some ideas for some ranty YouTube videos that might get me a lot of internet hate, might let me go viral. I'm kind of, throwing around a little bit. We'll see. We'll do some more streams. I have more ideas for YouTube things. I'd like to really get. I'd like to quit my job where I am now and use a combination of my side hustles. I'm a product photographer. I do a little bit of graphic design, as a handful of you guys know. I'm not very good at either, but I like doing them. And if I could do those two and streaming and make enough to quit my job, then I would, I'd stream every day. I could plan big YouTube videos and really lean into it. But I think we'll see how the future goes. We're gonna have some more stream. Tune in for Minecraft stuff right now. We'll keep expanding. Yeah.
Yeah. You just keep doing what works and keep growing. That's kind of how that works, right?
Yeah.
This seems to be the theme for the night. Zodicus asks, "Would you call a gyro a sandwich?"
Gyro. Yeah. A sandwich? Nah, that's like a taco. It spills. Sandwiches don't spill unless you made it poorly. Tacos spill. Gyros spill. So I would classify as a taco. Although you bring up an excellent point because gyros are in a taco-like shape, but have generally or can often have solid pieces of the protein, which means I would then classify it as a sandwich. But I would say that it's still a taco. Most of the gyros I've had have had a shredded pork or shredded whatever the heck they put in there. I'm not Greek. I've only had 3. And so I would classify as a taco, though it is a nice contender. At the end of the day, it still does spill, and mostly the protein is shredded, therefore classifying it as a taco. Good sandwiches do not spill, Captain. Good sandwiches get eaten, and that's why they're sandwiches, is because they have bread on either side so that you don't have to touch the nasty little saucy bits and your hands feel dirty and you just hate your life. Okay? It's like wearing gloves, but eat the gloves. A taco you can spill, and tacos are, and this is a hot take, inferior to burritos because I like packaging and I don't like getting my hands dirty. But I will if you threaten me. But I don't like doing it. So, dumb. A hot dog is a sandwich, we established. Thank you for it. What was the question? Oh, yeah, I answered. Yeah. Anyway, there. Take that. You fool.
Matson asks, "Do you like fishing?"
Yeah, I like fishing. I'm not a tryhard about it, and I don't care to be currently. Like I like getting into things, but fishing takes such a massive amount of time generally that I only like fishing under conditions where I know it's optimal to fish, such as in the evening when it's been do you need a cloudy day or a clear day? I forget, but one of the two, when it's not raining or when it is, I think it's, you don't want it to be raining and you don't want a clear night because you don't want a full moon or a lot of light because then the fish will eat during the night. And you don't want rain, or maybe I'm just thinking Minecraft where you do want rain and I'm insane. Point is, I like fishing only when I catch fish, and so I only go fishing at times where I am most likely to catch fish, because otherwise it's super boring. And if I want to talk to you, let's just talk. Why do we have to be cold and wet? You know? But I like fishing. I like fishing. I have a fishing license. I have fishing gear. I've gone fishing. I've caught fish. I've gutted and cooked and eaten my own fish. I think it's a blast. Yeah, there you go.
Interesting. I would have never put you. Well, let's be fair. I would never put you much of a camper either. But
yeah. I mean, the only interaction you have with me is that I play video games online. So absolutely, that makes total sense.
Okay,
you know.
but so even with our interactions online, like watching you play Minecraft, putting you and camping together would never be a consideration, because it was like, oh, look, it's rock. I put rock on ground. Look at how great that is. Yeah, okay.
Right.
How do we cook? I need to cook something. How do I cook? Can somebody come cook food for me?
Exactly. Why is this difficult? Oh, man, yeah. It gets, you gotta, I don't know. In video games, I don't play video games because it takes a while. I play it because we could just freaking, let's get some stuff done. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun.
And in real life, it's the vibe, dude. I'm like a vibe guy. So if the vibe is good on camping, then we're gonna chill. We're gonna relax. I'm gonna, just sleep. I don't have anything to do. When I'm playing the game, I'm like, why is nothing exploding? It's been several seconds. Something should have blown up by now. I play a lot of Call of Duty right now because you could just throw grenades all the time and it blows everything up and it's great. So there's like constant stimulation explosion. Fine, we have a great time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Jax, the puzzle is fine. If you want to join, there's a link. There's a pinned comment up at the top. If you click that link, it'll open up the web browser and take you to the puzzle, and you too can be in here mucking about. You talk about explosions, and I swear you've been hanging around with TJ a little too much, because every time I catch him playing like Call of Duty or something like that, like that's his preferred weapon. He's like, I'm so good with a submachine gun. You should watch me shoot this submachine gun. And all I see him is nade kills. Nade kill, nade kill, nade kill.
He's insane with, I don't know how he does it. He has like more kills with nades than I do with some of the guns. It's crazy.
Like, don't tell me you're going to kill somebody with the gun and then blow them up with a grenade like 2 seconds later. Be like, ah ha ha ha.
Oh man, he loves it. It's great. He's great.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, he just goes nuts. He just goes nuts.
It's like, you should check out this submachine gun. It's great. Kaboom, 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 kaboom. Never fires the first shot from the gun. Just
primary weapon is literally the freaking grenade. The melee. Oh, it's awesome. It's awesome.
It's crazy, right? Good times. Let's see. Bear asks, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yeah, dude, everything belongs on pizza. I want to try anchovies. I haven't done that yet. I don't even know where to get that. All I eat is at Little Caesars. So, but if there are anchovies, I'd like to still try that. I have no problem with that. Sweet and savory, dude. Tastes freaking awesome. It's fruit and salt. Who doesn't like that? I think it's good. No problem with I mean, keep it on your Hawaiian pizza. I know what you're getting into. Don't be sneaking that onto my others. But like, no problem with it. Think it tastes great. Not an issue. Don't even care about. I don't even like fight people on it. I was like, well, I know I'm right. You're clearly wrong. Why would you want less of something? I want more of stuff, I tolerate people who put like mushrooms and onions on their pizza. That's freaking stupid. But some of you guys are stupid, so you could put that on there. I'm a genius, and so I won't. But whatever you want.
Whatever floats your boat. You know, it's
Yeah,
fine.
well,
It's
whether
fine.
it's going to sink your boat is up to you. I know what's up.
Jalapeno, pineapple, and pepperoni.
Jalapeno, pineapple, pepperoni. I would try it. I'd totally try that. I don't know if I would survive very long after. I don't know. That sounds really good or really awful.
It's
I would try that.
actually not that bad. It's a really good topping combination.
All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, add that to the list. That sounds awesome.
It's I promise it's nothing like your mixed drink.
Oh, good. It better not be. You guys.
Hey, I meant to ask you, were you feeling the effects of that drink the next day? I mean, like,
It
how
was
long did
so
that thing
weird.
stick around?
To be fair, we didn't drink that much of it because it was awful and we hated it. So we didn't have too much, enough that it was like, like we had some. I think it stayed in the fridge for like a week and we kept offering it to everybody that came over. Just like, hey, do you want to try something nuts? And they're like, I mean, sure. And I'm like, oh, drink this. They're like, no. I'm
No.
like, oh, no, Paul. Okay. So yeah, there was, some of that, but
I had
it's
to,
fun.
I had to use that as like a torture device. Be like, oh, you didn't do your dishes, ha! You have to have shot of the brown juice.
Yes, the brown juice. The pain sauce is here. Oh, seriously. Oh man. Yeah, I think there we go. That's what I do. That's what happened to it, at least.
All right. Jack says, my wife says she isn't putting glue on my firearms, but I'm still sticking to my guns.
Ugh. That is not healthy for your firearms. It is a very finely tuned piece of machinery and it should not come in contact with long-term adhesives, especially ways that would keep it attached to you. I don't know if you have open carry in your state, but apparently that's your permanent state of being now. There's open carry because you're 9mm strapped to your forearm. You can't do anything about it. You need to have a talk with your wife, dude. I'm sorry to be that guy, but like that is unacceptable. Also, I hate puns, and you're fired. Mods, could we ban him? Mods? Thank you.
I'm like, you realize that around here puns are a way of life.
It is a difficult truth for me to accept, and your culture is your culture, and I support that it's your freedom to choose that. But don't you bring that in my house, boy. I don't like your puns.
And you say that, and yet I know I have delivered many very punny breaking news stories.
Yeah, well,
Not only have you read, but you've taken off with them.
For those points. I completed my contract. You were owed, and I delivered. End of story.
It's good times. It's good times. Some people enjoy a good pun. Some people hate a good pun. Squirrel plays the self-appointed straight man around here.
There you go.
Exactly, right, Zoda?
I'm with you guys. You know what's up. Not a fan.
It's so straight-laced. Oh, that's such a good time. All right, so we covered the future. We've covered the past.
Mm-hmm.
We've covered the present a little bit. We've talked about food almost like nonstop because apparently you've got really good ideas on foods.
Oh, I have a lot of opinions, my guy. I have a lot of truth. They don't want to hear it, but it's truth.
So let's talk about advice for a second, right? So if I was a new streamer starting up, or someone who may want to look into doing some sports announcements or anything of that nature, what would be some of the advice that you would offer?
You would want to make sure that you actually know what you're getting into, and if that thing, not that it's going to be too much or overwhelming or something, but know exactly what it is that you want out of the interaction. If you want to be a streamer, for example, that's
Mhm.
okay. That's a buzzword. That's like saying I want to be wealthy, I want to be rich, I want to be cool. I want to be a streamer. Those are just words. They don't actually mean anything. What do you want to do? Look at like find someone who has achieved your goal and watch how they live their life. And is that similar? It doesn't have to be exact, similar to what you want. For example, if you want to be a professional streamer, that requires you to stream every single day. Like the professionals, the top of the top, you look at Ludwig, you look at Jinxie, you look at anybody you can think of that is a highly paid, super successful streamer every day. That's what they do, or at least most days, 5 days a week. That is a huge time sink. That is a huge time sink. If you were trying to figure out what you want to do and you're like, oh, I want to be a streamer, maybe think about why you would want to be a streamer. Because if it's for like the money or the fame, you should probably find something that will get you there quicker. The streaming takes a crazy amount of time and effort to become wildly successful at, and largely fails. It's easy to do, which means everyone does it, which means the market is oversaturated. No matter how niche you are, it's oversaturated. So figure out why you would want to stream. I enjoy streaming because I get to build because of the server and the multiplayer, because of the people. I don't care if I have 2 people watching or 8 people watching. If somebody's talking in chat, I'm having a great time. If there's people on the server, I'm having a great time because we're playing a game together. And at the end of the day, I like playing a game with friends. I like playing with other people. I like other people messing around and having a good time. And that is why I
Right.
stream. And if it became a financial boost, that's awesome. But that is not why I stream. And so keep that in mind if you're getting into that. And if you're getting into anything like, if you want to get into photography, if you want to get into shoutcasting video games, if you want to get into graphic design and animation, and you want to do it because you want that to be your job or to be successful, it's going to take a lot of time, but more importantly, it's going to take directed effort and pressure towards what you actually want. If you just take a lot of pictures, you'll never be you're a photographer, but you never get paid for them. If you take pictures of cars, that's a little bit better. If you take pictures of cars and they're really good pictures and you can consistently make any vehicle look attractive with your photos, okay, see how specific I'm getting? That's payable. You can make money off that. You can make that part of your life. If you want to do shoutcasting, don't just watch a lot of competitive video games. Understand how those games, you got to play them first. You got to understand from the ground up how those games are played. And then you got to find ways where you could put yourself to the test. Maybe sit alone in your room and shoutcast an entire game. And it's going to be awkward and stupid and you're going to sound dumb, but you're practicing. You're saying, is this the part? That's what it is. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking about something that you ideally know a lot about so that people are entertained from it. And if you want to do that and like get paid for it to just do it for actual groups, then find some groups. Put directed effort towards it, not just doing it, but doing it with the intention to do it long term, such as reach out to local colleges or friends that might compete and say, hey, can I shoutcast your dumb little games? Hey, can I work on this? Hey, I'm trying to become a car photographer. Can I take pictures of your car? Why? It's a 1992 Toyota Corolla. I don't care. I'm trying to prove that I can make anything look good, even your stupid car. So then the rich people will pay me to take pictures of their cars. Like directed effort and an accurate understanding of what you want to accomplish is actually what's going to get you to where you want to go. Just doing the thing or saying you want to or putting in undirected effort gets you a lot of time wasted streaming to nobody, or a lot of garbage photos taken, or a lot of talk to friends and no action. So directed effort and an accurate understanding of what you want to accomplish. If you have those two and you put in the effort, then the success will come. That's the formula. End of story. It's just, are you doing those things? And if you're not, then it's a matter of time, or it's a matter of skill, or it's a matter of you're not being honest with yourself, you're not doing those things. So yeah, I would do that.
Solid. solid advice. It basically, just if you have something that you're really interested and passionate about, you should be out there and doing it on a regular basis.
Right. And you gotta know why you're doing it. You gotta be like, you can't just do it. People just do things. They're like, I do this. I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere with that. You gotta be a little smarter about it, guys. So that's what I would say. There's your advice. Keep focused on that. And like, if you just add pressure, it'll happen. You'll make some magic happen. It's gonna work. But you just gotta really make sure you're doing it right. You're not just sort of doing it, that you're actually trying to do it. And then it works out.
Don't just like step out into the thing and suddenly turn on. Like you can't just expect to turn on a stream one day and go, I'm going to be famous, and it's going to happen like the very first stream I run out. You're gonna fall on your face.
Yeah, and that's like, okay, you gotta know why you're doing it, and you gotta actually make the effort to do it, and you gotta realize that the success stories are the ones you hear about because they're so abnormal that they're like, well, this is freaking weird. This guy,
I wouldn't say they were abnormal. I think if you actually go look at all your top performers, like you were pointing out, they've been doing it for 10, 12 years. They've been doing it for such a long time that's why you're hearing about them now. It's not like they started up yesterday and look at them go.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you hear about somebody who did start up really quickly and got famous big or whatever, you got to be like, okay, that is a freak. That is abnormal. That it will not happen to me. I'm going to be like the professionals that took me, 2 years. It took me 6 months. It took me 5 years. It took me my whole life, or I did it and realized I just like doing it. I don't care if I quote unquote make it. Do those things, and that'll be better.
Yeah, I think that's a good healthy way of looking at it. Good sage, sound words of advice.
Thank you. Dang, Rutherford's right. I checked his verification. That's true.
Sure, we'll do that. Ghost Friend asks, favorite cereal.
Oh, what is cereal? Why must we have favorites? I don't know. I don't really eat a lot of cereal. I'll be real. I kind of phased that out. It took too many. You had to have a bowl and a spoon, and that's like 2 dishes. So I don't do dishes. I hate doing dishes. I just use paper products or something else, or I just don't eat, or I eat it like off of a napkin. I do like the Minecraft cereal was funny, and I like I can eat a lot of Raisin Bran. I like Raisin Bran. It's nice and bland, and you can just crunch your way to heaven. I don't like anything that gets soggy, so if I did have any sugary stuff, I eat it like super, super fast. Is cereal soup? I don't know. I don't like soup, so I've never put any thought into it. I don't like when the majority of my meal is liquid. I like my drink being liquid. And I don't like savory drinks. I don't like hot chocolate. I don't like apple cider. I only like soda.
Really?
And I'll drink them if we're like out doing something. Sure, I don't hate it, but I never order that on my own. You kidding me? Why would I do that when I could have something cold and better than
so that? You're not a warm beverage then?
I do not like warm beverage. I don't. I don't. No coffee, no hot chocolate, no apple cider. If you have to heat it up, it better be food, not drink. I like drinks that are cold, like really cold, like super, super cold. Those are great. And I like sweet drinks too. So like a frozen hot chocolate where they take it's just like a chocolatey, icy goodness. That stuff's fine. I'll have one of those once in a while. But why is it hot? Why are you boiling my beverage? It was fine when it was.
What do you drink during? Do you just drink cold drinks during the winter too?
Oh, 100%. I'll eat ice cream. I like cold over almost anything. Cold's really good. I like colds. Yeah, in the winter I freeze I get my monsters as cold as I can. I put extra ice in my water. I'll go to a snow cone machine in the middle of December. I'm like, sweet, All right, nice and cold. Finally, I love the cold. I'd like to move where it's more. I want to move to Alaska and maybe visit Antarctica, wherever you can go where there's no sun, like at all. I loathe the sun. It's so annoying. Oh my gosh, I'm not even kidding. You know, you're driving and the sun's right in your freaking eyeballs, and it just sits there searing in its annoyance and pain. Hate, 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 nightmare, nightmare. Do not like. I want it cloudy. I want it dark. I thrive for the night. I want to live that place in Alaska where it's legitimately like dark for like 6 months out of the year or whatever. That sounds awesome. That sounds great. Finally, I can go drive someplace. I don't have to change my angle of my eyes or close one or get 6 headrests to like sort of block it out, and it reflects off somebody's car white. And I get flash banged in the middle of the freeway going 30 over the speed limit and kill 6 family of 6. And you got to move states and get a job in news so you know if the story leaks, you'll be able to run quick enough. And you start an online personality that's completely opposite of who you once were to kind of hide the fact that you're running from this terrible tragedy and move forward with your life. It's just so much work, you know?
Out of curiosity, how much Titus did you watch growing up?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Apparently not much then.
Apparently, what is it? Titus?
Titus, Titus. It's the name of a comedian.
I've literally never heard of that.
How about
it might be my next favorite thing. You should send it to me and I would watch it.
Yes, Rutherford, Christopher Titus. The other one that I was thinking of, that because you have your rapport, the way you kind of go on when you get on a subject.
Yeah.
It reminds me of several different comedians. Christopher Titus is one of them. I'm kicking myself. I can't believe I cannot think of this guy's name. Watch him like nonstop. He was a favorite comedian of my of a buddy of mine. No. Wow.
Materia.
Yeah, don't put that in there for a search.
Svalbard, a region in Norway that gets no sunlight for 4 months. Perfect. You got it. You moving. Ice cream in the winter hits different. For real.
Bill Burr is another one that has that same ranting style. What was his?
Yeah. I've watched all this stuff.
I'm like irritated. I cannot think of this guy's name. George Carlin. That's who it is.
George Carlin.
Yes, George Carlin.
I'm looking these guys up. I'm going to watch their stuff.
Well, George Carlin doesn't do any more comedy right now because he's...
Yeah. I'll go find something of theirs. Oh, wow. He's like 1 million years old. Is he dead? Wait a second. I've seen this guy. I've totally seen some of his bits. Oh, my gosh. It's just when he was older. His later stuff. That guy looks way familiar. Holy shoot. Christopher Titus almost looks like me in real life, actually. That's kind of freaky. A little bit older and better looking, but like, that's phenomenal. Okay, I'm going to look these guys up, watch some of their stuff. I'll report back.
I remembered him. I was sitting there. George Carlin has one of these. He gets on these rants, and it's this rolling sort of. He gets started something simple, and then it just it's like a snowball on a hill, right? He just kind of puts it down there and pushes it, and it just gathers speed. It gets bigger, and that's the way he does. He kind of spins up to this huge ramp and then kind of goes away.
Okay, yeah, interesting. Makes sense.
Rutherford, not many people grew up in the era of George Carlin. It's fine. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things that you have to remember, that it points out the fact that you're just old like the rest of us.
Listen, man, I'm sorry. There was only so much I could watch, you know? Like, I've seen lots of good things. I know who all the cool bands are. If you say them, I sing the songs and know them. And I watched a lot of good stuff, but you can't watch everything because then you don't go outside and that's frowned upon. So I did my best. Dang it, Rutherford. Listen, send me what you like, and I'll tell you if I've seen it or read it or watched or whatever. I did. I tried. I tried.
It's fine. Outside is overrated. Sorry, Ripster. It'll only be short, I promise.
Yeah, your internet must suck. Scrolling back up.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Japan garbage. Skipping past that. No ads. Rip.
Oh. Rutherford, thank you for the Prime resub, my friend. Good God. 11 months, almost a full year at this. Have we really been going that long? Jeez.
Right,
Oof
isn't that
is
crazy?
right.
Someone in my chat was like, Materia was like, dude, it's been like a year and a half. I was like, oh geez. All right, we gotta hurry up and get famous. Oh man.
So, big milestones coming up for you. It looks like last I checked, you were coming up on 350-ish followers now.
We're
Getting close.
Pretty close to that.
Getting close. That's huge.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. I think. Yeah, we're at 348, so 2 more and we hit 350, which is pretty solid. I think when we start doing I'm gonna start trying to get clips of my streams, like clips of the stream and all the stuff we're doing and some of the funny bits and shenanigans, and start posting those, and I think we'll move up. I'm gonna do the biggest milestone is when we hit partner or 1,000 followers. Then we'll do a face cam, and that'll be a lot of fun. Because I figure by then I'll have time to get like totally shredded and like everything I need to do.
Wait. You're saying you're not already shredded?
I look freaking great already. Beautiful metabolism. Thank you, Mom and Dad. But we could do with some push-ups. Cut back to the bit of me ranting about how I eat hot dogs is with 2 sauces, piles of cheese, and all things fried. So yeah. But yeah, we could do with some more exercise just to get that the alpha male jaw coming in and solve a few of the problems up there. But then I figure I got time. I'll start exercising this month or something.
Sure.
Give me another 6 months or another year or so. We'll hit 1,000. We'll get partner, and then we can do a face cam, and then we'll I'm gonna fly everyone out to Disneyland, and we'll throw a party, and it'll be great.
So in the short term, like, do you have a short term goal that you're working on for this year, or you're hoping to achieve by the end of the year?
Yeah, I'd like to hit just increase for like stream wise. I'd like to. The main goal is I'd like to have an active community across my socials. So I want to. For me, that entails posting regularly-ish on YouTube and Instagram and streaming, which is quite a bit to do. But if I do those, I could, I have fun content and people are enjoying it. And then they join the streams and they'd follow the YouTube, and ideally dump people into the Discord, so that people can, so that the community can build in there, because I think Discord's pretty underrated, or not underrated. My Discord's pretty dead. And I'd like to be people chatting with each other, and there's stuff going on. I'd like to have my mods actually moderating things. I like to have people chatting with each other and having a good time and doing all this stuff. And I think that would be the goal, is to get an active community going by the end of the year. And that just entails creating more content and creating an environment where people can come and enjoy themselves and make friends and have a good time.
Sounds like a plan.
We'll make it happen. You guys start watching streams and flipping stuff.
Well, you do have to stream a little more.
Well, you'll figure it out, I'm sure. Yeah. That girl apocalypse is so right. There's like 3 mods. I was like, hey, buddy, what to be my mod? And you're like, I'm not doing anything. I was like, hey. So, exactly. So we do it like that. We do it like that.
It do be like that, as a blue potato cat would say around here. It really do be like that.
Really do it like that.
Well, we are, my friend, coming up here on the last 8 minutes or so of the stream. So this is your point. Any questions, any final bits of advice, any last statements, rants, or anything else that you want to do? This is your chance. And then while you're doing that, and something to think on, right? We always send the raid out at the end of the stream, and it is always the guest who decides where we go to raid that to. So
Excellent.
while you're coming up with the things, you may want to be looking to see who you want to send this fantastic group of amazing people over to go say hi to, so we can all go talk about the fantastic Orefather who we just met today.
Interesting. Wish someone. This chat was live. We'll consider that. I have some ideas. I'm trying to think of anything else I wanted to cover. If you're listening and bored, go over to my Twitch, of course, and play on my Minecraft server. And let me know if it's a good time. You don't even have to follow the streams; just play on the server, because I want those to be a lot of fun. I really want to make that like super engaging, and for people to have a fun and make it like a thing that people are trying to go do and have a good time with. I don't really have a whole lot of sage advice, because I feel like I'm not really at the point where I can give any sage advice, because I haven't really accomplished the goals I want to go do. So I will keep you all posted, but I just encourage you to, put some pressure.
Are you saying we've talked you out for the evening?
Yeah. We're actually getting pretty close to my bedtime, so I'm running out of steam. The coal has been burned, and now my brain's like, all right, think of something wise to say or something. What would we need to do to get you to do stand-up? Ripster stand-up involves showing your face, and I'm going to do a face reveal.
Not necessarily. You could do a podcast stand-up. You could just sit there and talk about jokes and just sit there and go at it. You wouldn't have to show a face. You could do a stream on that. Hey, it's the Orefather Comedy Hour. Come watch as we dig at rocks and toss some stones.
Wear a mask. Yeah. That could be good. Mask stand-up, podcast stand-up. Interesting. I think doing a podcast would be a lot of fun, and that it could be really good. We'll see. I'll maybe. Okay. Well, maybe. Well, now I'm.
now he's thinking. Ideas.
Yeah. I just need like a reliable format, because if it's just because like this was good, except it's most fun because people are suggesting things and I go off of those. But maybe we could just make a collection of suggestions from everybody, and then I just have some points with them, and then go off on and record that as a podcast. Have some sort of like point towards the end. Brother says I should definitely wear a ski mask and record at a bank, so we're gonna do that.
There you go. Rutherford did ask if you were a vampire, but I'm fairly certain the answer is no. But
I'm not in the mood for a vampire. Maybe later though. I'll keep you posted though. I mean, somebody's got to be a vampire. Wealthy, which is kind of tight, but also I just don't like the sun. I'm sure there's other fictional creatures that dislike the sun. just don't like it so bright. Why is it so bright outside? Why doesn't my phone brightness go down any darker? I had to download a third-party app for that. Like, really? Come on. Just turn it. It's too bright. Just turn it down. Why is it bright?
I have no idea why it's bright.
That's the worst. So we'll figure that out.
There you
Sound
go.
bit, channel points, laughter, applause. That would be funny.
There you go. Or heckling TTS. Yeah, you got to watch out for giving people the ability to use TTS on stream, because sometimes the things that can be said through that, because there's like very little to no filter.
Yeah, for real. You gotta be kind of careful with that. Is could be dangerous stuff.
That's kind of the reason why I don't have a TTS in here.
Really depends
but-
what your audience is. You gotta keep in mind
gotta
how
know your
far you
audience.
want to let people go and do some things like that. What
Absolutely.
brightness app I use? I think it's called Darker. Let me check on my phone. It's called Darker. Yeah, it's got a blue kind of gear icon. Ad free. You just tap it and it makes your screen darker, and it's great. It freaking works. I love stuff that just works. If your stuff does not work, get it out of my face. That's so annoying. But people are like, oh, like works most of the time. Or like, it's a little finicky. I hate finicky things. I don't want finicky stuff. I want it to work 100% of the time. Oh my gosh.
Not asking for anything hard, right? You paid money for it. You want it to work. It's just the way that should be.
Paid money for it. I want it to work.
You promised me a product. Give me a product.
Yeah, dang straight, dude. It's a whole thing. I get so mad. I feel like I always need to apologize to my friends because they try and help me like make stuff or build things, and I'm like, oh sweet, let's improve my computer. Let's swap out the CPU. Help me fix something on my car, and then we'll swap something or upgrade it, and then it won't work. And I just get super pissed off. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't work? They're like, oh, it's a little buggy right now. I was like, what do you mean it's buggy? We bought it. It should never be buggy. We paid for this. It is a thing. Freaking, why is what? And they're like, you got to calm down. I was like, I refuse. Calm down. I am angry and loud about it. And I'm like, and then, an hour later, I'm like, hey guys, I want to apologize for how I acted. That was out of line. And I was like, dang, I got to stop doing that. So annoying.
Somehow I feel like calm and Orfather are two words that don't generally go together.
Right. I mean, we all get exhausted because of the slog of underpaid, overworked capitalism. But also, if you're going to be alive, and we're all alive, well, we might as well have like a fun time with it, Like, there's so many problems already. We might as well show some enthusiasm. Love the things you love. Hate the things you hate. Have a good time with both, and don't take it too seriously. Like it's all good, guys. We're having a good time. 106 matches, Puzzle Master. Oh my gosh!
All right.
Good job.
Anywhere in particular you want to send this raid out to, or?
Well, I got two places. There's my buddy JC who just started streaming. He's kind of a nerd because he streams League. And there's also this stream that's a 24/7 stream of ferrets leaping, and I really like ferrets. And it's really they're not doing anything right now; they're just asleep. So I was gonna send us there, but we might go say hi to JC. I think because he'll. I think it's fun. Yeah,
he'll enjoy it. That's good.
All right, his name. I'll drop him. His Twitch and his thing and the stuff, which I shouldn't.
Yeah, you just
the stream. He's just a buddy of mine who's just getting into streaming. I'm gonna make him a logo and stuff. He's a homie. He's fun. He's playing some League. It's gonna be cool.
There you go. There you go. Well, and that sounds like an excellent place to go look. So, as we come to a close on another fantastic Talk Tuesday, thank you for joining us, Orfather. It has been incredible. You guys have not heard the last from him. Orfather is one of the select few individuals on the emergency chatters. So you may see him pop up again in a later stream for Talk Tuesday.
You know it. I'm live once in a blue moon. So check your star charts and tune in.
But thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedule and sitting down with us for this evening of Talk Tuesday, sir. It was fantastic. It was amazing. It was everything I could have hoped it to be, and then some.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate the outlet for the audience. It's a good
Mhm.
time.
It is a good time. Ooh. And then interesting. All right.
Did your player just crash too?
Yeah, my player just crashed.
Yeah,
I'm like, reload the player. It popped right back up.
Okay.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So okay, well,
Yeah.
whatever.
Whatever. All right. I'm going to deafen myself. Feel free. You can stick around until after it's over with, or you can drop out of the call. It's entirely up to you, my friend.
Sounds good. I think I will dip. Thank you very
Yep.
much for the time. I need to go to
Thank you.
sleep.
Yes.
And I will see you all around.
Yep. All right. And for those of you sticking around for the raid, don't go anywhere. We're going to hit the end screen. We're going to close this up. There's a little bit of music, and then we're off to go see this JC friend. We're going to go
lots of fun.
drop him a raid, drop him a bunch of follows, and have ourselves a really good time.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you again, Our Father.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll see you around. Have a good one.
You too. All right. And with that, we've reached the end of another fantastic and fabulous Talk Tuesday. It has been a good time. Thank you all for coming out. I hope you've had a fun time meeting and greeting Our Father, a good friend of mine, fellow streamer. Next week on Talks Tuesday, who do we have? You won't believe it. I won't believe it. It's exciting. It's extravaganza. It's extra special. We are going to have our first ever Talk Tuesday group session with the Regime Girls. That's right, the Regime. We're talking about Sandy Visions. We're talking about Salty Snacks. We're talking about Saphira 876. The lovely Regime Girls are going to be here on Talk Tuesday all together. Then, just because we can't get enough of just that little bit, we're going to do individuals. So next month, February, is a sweetheart month with an entire month to the ladies of the Regime. So should be a good time. Should be lots of fun. Come on by. Come check it out. You're not going to want to miss a single episode of that. But for now, we are going to send a read out to JC, friend and suggested streamer of Our Father. So there are the raid messages. The first one are for all you wonderful subscribers. The second one's for all you wonderful followers and everybody else. Grab it, copy it, spam it. Let's go see JC. Let's go meet a new friend. Send them lots of follows. Send them lots of whatever. And we'll see you guys again next time. Don't forget, Thursday we are doing some DRG. We will be over on Zodicus's channel. And then Friday will probably be some more Enshroud over on the Enshrouded server. And then our long play on Saturday. And then Sunday, if everything works right, we'll be doing some BG3. So stick around. For all of our followers, thank you, Bear, Matson, Ripster X. Fantastic people. Thank you for the follows. Brotherford for the resubs. Awesome. And then our raids of Our Father and Hails Vanon. It's been a fantastic evening, and I look forward to seeing you all next time. And until then, continue to be the fantastic, fabulous, and amazing people I already know you are. And until then, bye for now.